Power to the internet.
Hey!
We're live.
Helps if you press the button.
Hello, world.
This is actually a record for us. We're only 8 minutes late. This is the first time we've ever more or less started on time.
It's unheard of.
I know.
Steve, go outside and come back in half an hour.
Yeah, go walk
need to
your
walk the
dog.
dog?
That takes 5 minutes.
You're all very negative individuals.
Well, two negatives make a positive. Right. Tonight we're playing Absolute Adventures from AbTab, horror at Misty Meadows. Given that it's Halloween, I figured I'd do a one-shot that's vaguely scary and horror-related. A bit like every other game I play. We've got Steve, Jane, Lou, other Steve, and Lee. What we'll do is we'll go through, quickly introduce your characters, and then we'll jump straight in. Steve, if you want to go first.
Which one?
Bearded Steve.
I got a beard.
Oh, your beards fell off.
I know. The glue didn't stick.
You do look about 20 years younger.
It definitely does. Still very odd. I haven't seen you without a beard for about 2 or 3 years.
Well,
Anyway, today I'm playing Thud, a 7-foot dragonborn fighter who is beyond a simpleton. He's just pure brute strength and idiocy who goes where he's told and does what he's told for a bit of coin.
Very good. Jane?
I'm playing a gnome cleric. A cleric of light, because it's light burning things down, or accidentally burning things down. But really wants to do better at not burning things down and fix them afterwards, because he's a gnome tinkerer. And she is called Toffet Springwheel.
Ah, very good. Lou, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Lee?
I'm playing Braylor. I am a 7'8", 350 pounds furball who likes little things and sometimes breaks them accidentally. But I fix them again because I'm a druid. He's been lost for a little while, wandering for about 50 years. He went for a walk one day and forgot.
It doesn't seem like we're filled with brainy people today.
It's better to be wise than intelligent.
Non-bearded Steve?
Non-bearded Steve. I'm playing Walter Thunder Vogelweider.
I love it already.
Little warlock. I have made a pact with the fiend, but it's okay. It's totally non-evil. I like going around and blasting things with spells, and those are my hobbies, really.
I've got this. Lee? Just read the name and what you are, you'll be fine.
I'm Florence and I'm a mountain dwarf.
Playing a fighter.
Playing a fighter.
Yeah. In case you hadn't guessed, Lou is, despite having played in about 6 games, still very new to D&D.
That's right.
So we'll require probably some hand-holding from our resident Furball, who likes small things.
How much do you like small things?
I mean, I used to have a pet rat, and, well, I stroked him a bit too much one day. I had to fix him.
So we've got a Dutch Furball and a German Warlock.
He's a slow Canadian / Dutch / I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my accent right now.
Yeah,
At least he's not Scottish.
I'm not doing that again. That was a very bad idea. Yes. And I had ingested a lot of alcohol.
Right. Without further ado, if everybody is ready. I've lost my PDF.
Oh, let's blow something up.
What's a D4?
The sharp pointy thing. Put it on the floor, you'll find it.
Lee, what's your guy's name again?
Braylor. Brealor.
Steve, what's short for your character's name?
Volta.
What?
Volta.
Volta.
Volta, like the car maker.
And what was Luz?
Florence.
Lawrence of Arabia.
No, Florence.
Oh, Florence of Arabia then. It's his sister.
I think that
Not
would make
Florence
a very interesting
Nightingale?
storyline.
Right. The adventure begins, as many scary stories do, in a dark forest on a stormy night. You've been trudging down an old, unmaintained road for a few hours now. The pounding of the rain on the forest canopy above is almost deafening. The rain drips from the dense branches and foliage, and your boots sink into the mud with every step. No animals roam here, no birds flit from tree to tree. There are no signs of life, save from the flora that surround you, which gives off a potent, earthy sort of smell. Your party has been trekking through the woods all day, and now the night is falling and the road and the forest around you become increasingly difficult to see. Suddenly, in the distance, the rain stops. A haunting silence that follows you is unnatural. Soon enough, you see a strange light approaching from the distance, bobbing eerily up and down as it gets closer and closer.
Do we know each other?
Yes. I would assume so. You don't just randomly follow strangers all day.
I do.
You
point.
can get arrested for that.
I was going to say, my guy's not exactly sharp, so...
We will assume that you all got lost in the forest and you banded together to find your way out.
Thud would just like, oh, what's that? What's that?
But I like the forest. I want to stay here.
Maybe we should invite you for a picnic. What colour is it?
It's an eerie green sort of...
It would be an eerie green, isn't it? Eerie
Yeah.
green, that's scary. I'm going to hide behind somebody.
As a precaution, and because I couldn't do it, and it lasts a long time, I'm going to cast some mage armor, just in case. I need to do that at some point, and I might as well do it while it's still approaching.
Very good. Are you carrying on walking down, or are you hiding, or what would you like to do?
I'm hiding behind the big guy. Which one's that?
They're all fairly big.
Oh,
That's
okay.
you.
Who's the biggest?
I'm 7 foot and Braylaw's about 7'5", I think. If I remember.
7'8".
7'8".
Braylor. I'm going to hide behind Braylor. He sounds the biggest.
Braylor's also going to cast Bark Skin on himself.
Thud's just going to start ambling over like, oh, the pretty thing. The green people.
Oh, pretty.
Can I eat it?
So yeah, my skin was like greyish, but now it's like thick like oak bark.
Good.
Or as thick as Braylaw himself.
How sort of far is this thing?
At the moment, it's about 40 feet away. That's as far as you can see, though.
Come on, let go.
Is that not Hello? Hello? Is somebody coming? Hello?
You get no response.
Hello.
It does carry on walking towards you. As it
Walking?
gets closer, yeah, sort of walking, shambling towards you.
Oh, I don't like a shamble.
As it gets to within about 20 feet of you, you can make out more of its features. You can see that it's approximately the size of a normal man. The lantern is attached to a helmet. What's inside the helmet, though, is not pleasant. You can see what would once have been a man with rotting skin. Tar drips from the horrid creature as it drags a dismembered arm, which is also attached to a pickaxe.
Oh,
Roll
thank
for
God for
initiative.
that. I thought my sister-in-law was coming.
Be gone, foul creature.
That's what I said to my sister-in-law.
This sounds nice.
Oh, splendid. I have a 21 with my initiative boost thing.
Oh, we're rolling
Roll
initiative.
that. Yes.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, great.
I have
That,
18.
Braylor has a solid 2.
Oh dear.
Well done. Not much surpassed by my amazing 7.
As I said, my guy is slow. I have no bonus to initiative.
Steve, what was yours?
17.
How do you math? I'm just going to put mine in the chat just in case.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right, I've got it written down anyway. Steve, without the beard. Volta.
No bearded here.
Volta, you are first.
Excellent. Well, I don't like non-pleasant things with mining helmets that look a little bit like my sister-in-law, so I'm going to give it a little dose of an Eldritch Blast to go away.
Very nice. 8 to hit.
So
Thud's gonna see you do this plus and be like, oh, it's pretty.
I got a 16, and apparently I got a 5 bonus, which is 21, but 16 should hit, hopefully.
Yeah, more than a hit.
Excellent. So it does 1 d10. I need to find a d10 for my eyes. There we go.
My eyes. I have lost my eyes.
I have rolled a 6 with my d10.
Yeah.
Very good. Maths is hard. There we go. Florence, you're up. Look at your character sheet. In the middle, there should be weapons that you can use to hit things.
You made that pretty lights on the green thing.
I like the lights. They're very nice. And it's,
You should
festive.
have a great axe.
It's like a Christmas tree.
Should say roll. Well, first you need to roll that d20 I gave you. Yeah.
And don't throw it at him. Roll it.
Although you get bonus points if you hit him. No.
You
Bad
get
players. Bad.
You get +5 for hitting DM.
I can't remember if I actually equipped your things. Right, you can use your hand axe. So roll that d20.
Cat, there's a heater on, my love. Do you mind if I put it on?
Okay, so you've hit.
Alright, I'll just take this turn and then I'll do it.
You need to roll. It says in there, the top one, hand axe. Roll 1d6 and then +3. Yeah, 4. 7.
I can do math.
Yeah, I can't. So Florence, the small little quiet dwarf, runs forward and smacks it with the hand axe even.
Why are you all hurting the thing? It's pretty.
You can keep the lamp if you want it. Bearded Steve,
Yes.
you're up.
Oh.
Yes.
Why are you all hitting the pretty light?
Yeah, we could
Do you
carry on,
think-
but then we would have
What's
to
your
talk
name?
to-
What's your name, Bearded Steve? Are you Thrud?
Thud.
Is that because that's what the sound makes when you walk?
Yes.
I think maybe the sound he makes when he thinks.
I'm
I'm calling him Thuck because I can't think of it.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Thuck.
Okay. Fuck.
It's pretty
His wisdom
ugly.
is that
That's
low.
why
He'd
we're-
remember the name. He'd just choose whatever name you give him.
my wisdom and intelligence are both like -4 and stuff.
Wow, you rolled seriously bad.
Mm,
Or you done point by and you've done it wrong.
I did. I did what I asked Craig if I could do and did it manual. And he agreed. So he's just a moron. Okay.
Rage monkeys are fun if they're played well.
Should I hit the light? As light friends.
Thruck hit light.
Hit. Okay. He draws his 2 scimitars. And he just thuds over to him. Poof, 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 and he goes for like a slash with his scimitar. 4, 7, 8, 9, 20, 20. 24 to hit.
That hits.
That definitely hits. And we have
That definitely hits.
8 slashing damage.
Describe how you want to kill the zombie.
Stop, you bastard!
He's going to just jump through the air after his little run with his thudding feet and just go, "Ah, tsh. I hit it."
I'm expecting to get to the chopper.
It's not funny.
It's right. I'll give him an apple. Look, there you.
You're giving the Dragon Ball an apple.
But I don't want apple. Yeah, he's just going to like gnaw on the flesh of the thing that he's just downed, the zombie thing.
Are you touching the zombie?
No.
He had warnings about that in previous encounters.
So you're leaving the zombie where it's fallen?
I'm like looking down at it like, I hit it. Can I eat it?
You could
Well done,
try.
my friend. Well done.
That sounded like some serious fapping in the background.
He's looking at his party members for a bit of like, what do I do now?
Just to say, no, don't eat the zombie. You can have an apple.
He's going to shove this apple in his mouth and like really rough that, and all juice is going to come. He's like, it's not a apple. Apple.
Oh, it might have been a maggot in it. You never know.
If any of you would like to inspect the body, you're more than able to.
It is a body.
Can I use my perception to browse over the body without touching it?
You can. You can see the light that was flickering towards you is just a rudimentary miner's headlamp. Shoddy metal helmet with a small oil lamp attached to the front, which was knocked away from the body when the thud dismembered it. The wick is still lit, although if you pick it up quickly, the mud won't put it out. There is a small satchel next to the body with the words Misty Meadows sort of embossed on the outside of it. And attached to the arm, which the zombie was dragging towards you, is an rusted iron pickaxe with the words engraved MM Gold.
I will take the sack.
Okay, inside you find the several copper pieces, each engraved with the word Misty Meadow.
Is there anything on the armor? Anything like carved into the armor on it, or
It's not wearing any armor as such. It's wearing normal.
wearing a dog?
Yeah,
It's
that's
wearing a wolf.
the hound of the basketball. She's protecting us from the guy who's delivering our vape juice.
Down, boy, down.
Sorry.
No, there's no armor on it as such. It's just dressed in normal sort of commoners attire, leather sort of overcoat type thing.
And it's dragging an arm.
Yes, the arm fell off.
Its arm or someone else's arm?
It's missing an arm, so you would assume it's its own arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That fella looks armless.
If any of you want to give me a history check, you can do to try and.
I've got a proficiency in history, so I could give that a go.
I voted the wrong one.
Well,
Pretty sure I voted the wrong one.
tuned in cherry.
Yeah. It doesn't smell like cheese and cherry at all.
19.
With that, you know that the Misty Meadows town is a small mining village made famous by its local tar pits that, rumour has it, have been there for thousands and thousands of years. The town itself was made prosperous by its local gold mines, which you would assume is where this thing has come from.
I've heard of Misty Meadows. It has gold mines. It's quite prosperous, but it's more famous for its tar pits, which are thousands of years old. Perhaps we should go investigate.
You're mighty smart there, little one.
I do like a good tar pit.
I'm very happy with your compliment. Thank you.
What did you say about tits?
Yes, tits. That's right. Big ones.
Well, let's go.
Excellent.
Lee,
going
you're right.
to-
Your accent's changed again.
I'm currently ill, so
She was fucking knackered out. She's falling asleep, stood up.
I'm going to stay behind Braybeer. Hiding a little bit.
Oh, we are the Avengers.
Ha! Saw that.
So did
Yeah,
I.
it's because I've got two monitors screen shared. If I mouse over my windows for too long, it kills off the PowerPoint presentation in the other window. I've got the you know when they did the Avengers 4 at the Odeon, they had a big set of 5 pictures that you could collect if you saw it enough times. Somebody released a Photoshop composite of all 5 of them together, and it fits perfectly, stretched from one monitor to the other.
Oh, nice. Couldn't send me that, could you? I quite often have 2 monitors up.
I will have a look and see if I've still got. I should have still got it.
All right, for you people with 2 monitors.
Peasants
You
without
have
them.
about 4 monitors, haven't you?
I did have. Now I have 3.
oh no.
How on earth will you cope with only 3 monitors?
Today I've only got 2 because I'm coming downstairs.
Well, I've only got a laptop, but we've got HDMI leads all over the place.
Just as a side note, Lou is going to drop out 'cause she's not feeling very well.
Get
Well,
better.
soon, Root.
That's okay. I hope she feels better soon.
Cool.
Don't mind me, I'm
Others?
going to smoke.
All right. After your encounter with the zombie, and your knowledge of the area, you know roughly that if you follow this path along, it will take you eventually to the town of Misty Meadows. It's probably about an hour's or so walk.
I'm hungry.
I'm going to follow Brayball.
Well, let's get going then.
Okay, so let's chart on down this path, yeah?
Very
Sure, what he said.
I don't know what order we're going in, but I'm behind Lee.
I'm behind the German.
well. Okay.
I'm gonna happily thud along quite dolefully next to Volta.
Okay, we'll go at the front, the squishy one, and the I don't know what kind of.
I'm a big
Tractor.
dragonborn. Very big.
Oh, good. That's always handy.
Well, I'm not that
As you-
squishy, but
As long as you tell him what to do, he'll be good.
As you make your way along, you notice still there is absolutely no sound anywhere. No birds, no insects. It's almost unnatural.
no
The-
food. No food for Dread.
No.
Not
The-
good.
After about 20 minutes or so, you start to notice a faint smell in the air. Nothing that you can put your finger on exactly, but it sort of catches in the back of your throat if you take a deep breath.
I don't have fingers.
I'll just say, sorry, guys.
It's okay, the strudel can do so strange things to people.
That's a mighty big smell from such a small person.
I
You
want
notice as
food.
well that around your feet there is a small layer of mist collecting.
I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It gets more and more dense the further you walk, to the point where it's drastically reducing your visibility to.
What's this smell like?
Smelly.
Sort of like burning plastic. I can't think of a way to describe it in a fantasy setting. Very acrid, foul smelling.
Like tar pits.
Yeah, like tar pits.
There we go.
Funny that.
Yeah, but your visibility is reduced to about 15 to 20 feet at most. The fog is like thick orange.
So it went from mist to a fog.
Yes.
but it might be.
Whereabouts would we be right now?
I'm just about to find out. You approach from the west. So assume north is the top.
Yeah.
So you're approaching from the west. You can see the outline of a large house looming in front of you.
And the faint cry of a baby.
So
it's
we're
not mine.
approaching. It's not mine.
No.
I haven't got one. So we're approaching from the west.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you're approaching from the west, from the left-hand side of the screen.
Okay.
I thought it was stage exit left, not stage enter left.
Stage exit right, isn't it?
That's because we're looking at the other side of the screen. It's fine. If we
Oh, is it mirrored?
If we were on the DM side of the screen, it would be staged. Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at the house that's got like 2 sections to it.
Cool.
With the one with like a row of plants and things at the bottom of it.
Can I do a perception check?
You can.
Thank you.
I would like to help you there, buddy.
Okay. 20.
Okay. Are you looking for something specific, or
I am more listening.
you?
And I'm trying to listen and smell and hear for sounds of particularly shuffling zombie-like stuff going on in the house.
The fog sort of strangely affects the way you hear things. Things that you would imagine are far away seem close. Things that you would imagine seem close sound far away. You can hear almost like a very faint groan. It's almost inaudible. But as you walk towards the side of the house, you hear definitely coming from inside the house, but no other sounds.
Are we up to like the
I think
window, or
there's-
are we still on the corner?
You are walking towards the door.
Oh, is that not a window? That's a door.
I have no idea, but I'm going to say it's a door.
Looks like a door to me.
Yeah.
One that is basically on the road.
Yes.
Facing north.
Yes.
Ah. That looks
so
like a window to me.
I will relay this information to the rest of them as I stand behind Brador and Thrud and say, I can hear a strange noise inside. I presume that drumming noise was what you were describing. Perhaps some groaning.
Groaning, so.
The last time that I heard groaning, I had a child.
Okay.
I don't think it's that sort of groaning. More the sort of zombie-like groaning that we had before.
Oh.
We should kick the door down and take them out.
My gigantic furbolg would like to put his hand on the door as if he's trying to push it open and put all 350 pounds against the door.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, man.
Bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No, it's on the side. Yeah.
Well, at least it's better than the 10 this time. I've changed dice.
Nice.
Sorry, I missed that. I was talking to the...
13.
Okay. Are you just like standing there pushing it, or are you going to take a run up to it?
I'm being the nosy, big, giant guy accidentally putting all his weight against the door.
You promptly fall through the door as it wasn't even locked or shut.
Fell down.
But it did open outwards.
Yes. The door opened inwards.
Well, if it didn't before, it does now.
You are greeted with text that I haven't loaded up.
How long did you say that we travelled for, by the way?
Half an hour from the zombie.
Okay.
So it's getting quite late in the evening now.
It's just because I'm keeping track on my bark skin.
You find yourself, obviously, at the front steps. We skip that bit. It's quite a squat house. So simple, in fact, that there would be nothing drawing you to it whatsoever if it not for the sound and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you've already done that bit. As you make your way through, you can see that there's been obvious signs of a struggle inside the house. Tables overturned, chairs on the floor knocked over, one of them missing a leg. Behind that, you see the body of quite a large man on his front. On his shoes, you can see quite a sticky black substance.
Sticky black plastic.
Yeah.
The famous topic. Just the one body?
Just the one. Bear with me 2 seconds, I will be back with you.
Yep. I want to have a look around.
I will also have a look around a little bit in a minute.
I'll like sniff the air, see if I can smell any food.
I'm really falling out of love with actual dice. It seems like my bad luck from Roll20 has rolled over.
You had plenty of luck in Roll20 when you were massacring us up on Firefinger with Sturgis.
Well, hang on a minute. What about this groaning noise then? Where's that coming from?
Probably outside.
That was coming from the inside.
I'm hungry, it's my belly.
Oh, there was definitely a knocking or groaning on things inside, was there not?
Well, I thought there was. But
Maybe we need to investigate a little more.
Instigate.
I'm sure we shall, but just pausing for a little bit of dramatic effect at the moment. We're not a little pause.
I'm going to carry my son back upstairs when he settles in a minute.
I know what it is. We're loading the game.
I think, I think Thread should eat the body.
Just as an off-topic question, does anybody know if you can take tramadol with codeine?
Not a good idea.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I wouldn't say that's a good idea.
One cancels the other.
Not if, but tramadol's. Tramadol's an American drug, isn't it? It's like quite a strong one.
Well, I used to be on paracetamol, tramadol, codeine.
Unbranded name for a painkiller.
But yeah, I used to be on like 4 different pain, and I found out when I took them, my tramadol was killing my codeine outright.
There you go.
Painkillers cancel each other out.
You can take paracetamol with it, then.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help very much.
Paracetamol with a cup of coffee.
Doesn't like coffee. It's already cocodamol anyway, so she can't take any extra paracetamol.
So you can take Nurofen.
Yeah, she's taking that just.
Okay.
The FDA recommends not taking tramadol and codeine together.
The FDA?
I don't know what that is.
Federal Drug Authority, it's American.
It's the American fuckwits that don't know what they're on about.
However, we have our own fuckwit here who does know what he's on about and says don't do it. So there we go.
Yeah, my doctors severely advised me not to do it.
The general consensus, no, you can't take them together.
Yeah. Thread wants to eat the body. Don't you?
A bit of extra pain relief could be a hot water bottle or a cold pack, depending on what the...
Third, give me a constitution check if you want to eat the body.
I want to smell it first, see if it smells like meat, like good meat or off meat.
If you can tell from your smell that it's been there for a few days at least.
Yeah. I'll be like, no, I was joking. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's going to like stop last second and be like, eat it?
Better not. I'll find you something else.
Okay. He's just going to do like a really low moaning growl, like...
While you're umming and ahhing over eating the remains...
You keep doing that, I'm going upstairs.
Sorry?
I'll go upstairs and make a bottle of upstairs.
Alright. Yeah, you hear the pitter-patter of feet.
Next door or above?
Upstairs. That bit to the side is actually upstairs.
Oh,
Ah.
that now makes a bit more sense. Is there a staircase in this room?
Sort of like a typical oldie world sort of basic laddery type cottage setup.
I would like to advance, and if it would take my weight, ascend.
It's quite sturdy and well built, so it will take your weight quite easily.
Then I would like to send. Saying as I go up, don't worry, we're here to help.
Okay. As you make your way up into the attic bedroom, you find yourself faced with a young girl, approximately early teens. She's quite obviously seen far more than she should have. She appears very gaunt and the word bedraggled. Is that the word? Unkempt. Go with that.
Okay.
I do have a picture of her if you're interested, but I don't have it on the slideshow. So I will put it in the Facebook chat.
So you're saying she's a bit bedraggled?
Yes.
One of my favourite words.
She has black hair, pale skin, and looks at you sort of almost scared. Which is quite understandable, being greeted with a furball.
Yes, I'm not exactly man. I would ask this one to come and assist me with.
I will also come up the ladders and say hello.
Yeah.
And you are a 6 foot something.
No, I'm just a normal sized half elf, about 5'11" or so. Not too scary.
I imagined you as a gnome.
Well, I'm the gnome. Hello. I'm going to try and climb the ladder. Might be a bit difficult though.
I will offer my quarterstaff and give you a lift.
Right. You've all made your way up the stairs quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
You're greeted with this obviously scared young girl. What would you like to
I'm
do?
going to run over to her and give her a hug. And say, it's okay. It's all right. We're nice people.
As you try running
And give her a big hug.
And tries to hide in the corner.
And be like, I'm Paco. I'm sorry. You're just trying to be nice. My name's Tofik. What's yours?
I'm Lily.
Lily. And I say, would you like an apple, Lily?
Yes, please.
I give her an apple.
I'm starting to see a character theme here.
I've got this gnome's carrying a small apple tree in a backpack.
Something like that, yes.
The girl, Lily sits there in the corner and she just devours this apple hungrily, as though it's the first proper meal she's had for a while.
Oh, I've played Curse of Strahd. That doesn't look pleasant.
I will ask her if she is hurt.
No, I'm okay.
But she ate the apple, yeah?
Yeah, she's finished the apple quite quickly.
I will give her a ration. Out of my explorer's pack.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome there.
And maybe offer her some water to drink as well. Have a little bit of water from the water skin.
She moves away towards you to take the water. Says thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's been at least a week since the villagers disappeared.
All the villagers?
All of them apart from my friend.
Where is
I'm going
your
to
friend?
look around for a friend.
She sort of points out the window where if you have a look outside, you can see quite obvious, freshly dug shallow grave.
Your friend?
Yeah. She started to turn, just like the others.
Uh-oh.
Started to turn.
So did the villagers leave or did they turn and go?
Thud's gonna turn around. I turned.
They sort of went a bit weird, and then they all just left at the same time. Every now and again, some of them come back. That's what happened to my dad downstairs.
And what happened to your dad downstairs? He came back and...
He wasn't the same. He tried to attack me.
And this is why you were hiding upstairs.
It's the only safe place up here.
Braylor is going to undo a piece of string from around his neck, which has a rabbit foot attached to it, of which I'll give it to her and say it is a very lucky trinket. And if she has it, she will never get hurt again.
Thank you.
Oh, I want it.
They're like, it's not real. It's okay.
Okay.
I ask her if she killed downstairs
Father.
father thing.
As you ask, she nods and stomps uncontrollably.
Is she like, Richard, I'm going to go and give her that hug now.
She willingly accepts it this time.
And say, they're there. It will all be all right.
Braylor will stay to it right and go to the toilet.
Have you come to rescue the town?
Yeah. Yes, we have. Definitely. That's what we've come to do. How do we do that?
Well, from what I can tell, all the villagers went off to the mines.
To the mines.
I've not been brave enough to go that far.
And which way would the mines be?
She points vaguely in the west direction. Sorry, the east direction.
Thud looks at Lynn and is like, what is mine? These swords are mine.
Yeah, they are yours. And a mine is a big hole in the ground.
Oh, let's go.
Tophet looks thoughtful for a minute and says, like, the mist. Did that come at the same time as the villagers disappeared?
The mist's always been there, but it did get a lot worse around that time. Possibly a little bit before. It normally comes from the tar pits.
Where are the tar pits?
Oh, they're just outside the town to the east. You have to cross them to get to the mines.
And your father, God rest his soul, has tar on his feet, yeah?
Does he? I wasn't really paying that much attention.
I'm sorry. I'll apologise to her. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But yeah, he's got black feet. Like he's been through the tar pits.
Oh, I guess he must have done that.
So.
Oh.
I'm going to elbow Fred and say, we should bury her father for him. Bury her father for her.
Oh.
Would you?
I can... he thinks back to a minute ago about the mine. It's like, I can make a mine.
Yeah. Like a little mine thing. Yeah, we'll just dig a hole. Do you want us to bury your father for you or not? What would you rather we do?
Oh, please. I wanted to, but I wasn't able to. I was too scared.
I dig hole, I dig mine. He's just going to bound down the ladder and out the door and start digging. Like with his claws.
Lily laughs at Thud. He's funny.
Don't worry about him. He's kind of like our dog.
Easy now.
Do you wish to come with us to the mines, or are you going to stay here? There is no one here to look after you. Do you wish to stay here on your own, or do you wish to come with us?
I'll stay here. I've been okay for the last few days. I know that you're here. I think I can last a little bit longer.
I can leave you some food if that helps.
Please, thank you.
We'll leave her food and water, and I'm going to leave her a tinderbox and some torches as well. And said if anything comes to attack you, you can maybe fend it off.
You know the ladder thing we climbed up to get up there?
Yeah.
Is it like really heavy set? Is it like nailed in and stuff?
Yeah, it's part of the house.
Can we like smash it and give her a rope so stuff couldn't go up there?
Not easily, no. You could, but it would take a lot of time and noise.
I was just sort of.
It's very thoughtful of you, sir. Very thoughtful.
I was spitballing to the group because I'm technically outside.
I'm digging a hole.
Digging a hole, looking for a robot.
Thud's gonna stumble back in like up to his elbows, covered in dirt, and like his sort of hind legs are like, you know, a dog, like the knee goes the other way, just covered in dirt, like dripping, and he's gonna like, I made the mine.
Cocking your leg on the ladder.
No, I just meant like up to his backwards knees and his elbows. He's covered in mud, and he's like, I made the mine.
Good Trud.
I've got 50 foot of rope if you just go it up there and just chop it down for when she wanted to go up and down.
I'd have to climb up on stuff to pat him on the head.
He's just gonna be like proper like dog like
His foot starts thumping the floor.
yeah.
That's why it's called Thud.
I heard you say you was get food.
That's proving a little trickier.
Food later.
Lily says if you're hungry, there's the inn in town, and there's also the butcher's as well for your dog there.
Where is dog? I like dogs.
I pat Thud on the head and we're like, now, boy.
Which one's the butcher's then?
That would be. She points to the large building to the east. You can just make out the corner of it. Top sort of rectangular shape with the long pointy bit. Round table, 2 desks. That one.
The one in the top right.
Yeah, that one.
That was easier.
Let's take Thrud to the butcher's. Should we take Thrud to the butcher's?
Yeah, we'll throw him a bone.
Where I grew up, they call me Butcher and chase me away.
I'm so sorry, Emma.
Well, they're really mean and you're not. Come on, let's go get food.
Yes.
I'm going to grab Thrud by the hand.
He's just going to like bend down and pick you up with his big dirty paws and just carry you in front of him like this. The food.
We're on the topic of the rope. Is that possible, DM?
What was that? Sorry. What were you wanting to do?
I've got 50 foot of rope in my explorer pack. Can we
Yeah.
secure it inside her room so it drops down if you want to climb in and out?
As I said to Steve, you could destroy the ladder if you really wanted to, but it would take a long time. It's quite a strong, well-built part of the house.
I'm not talking about destroying the ladder as a whole. I'm more aiming for the rungs.
Lee, your sound's gone terrible, mate.
Yeah.
As in not working or the sound side?
Like you're
very,
talking from
very
underwater.
Okay.
Very muffled, my friend.
And we'll put the body in the hole and fill it in before we go. Obviously, having bothered to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll say a little prayer over it, being a cleric.
Thud will do that, and for once he'll know to be careful and actually put the body in there very carefully rather than just sort of lunge it in.
Good job.
Very good.
Good job, Fred.
Yes.
I will cast as a mage hand and sprinkle some soil over the top, you know. Don't like getting too muddy, expose my clothes, but I will help out with the mage hand.
Oh,
Back, Lee?
a big hand.
I hope so.
Ah, that's better.
Way better, mate.
The mic's overheated a little.
That's never good.
I've never heard of a microphone overheating.
USB microphones aren't that great. And my room is like a stove at the moment.
Really? I thought it was really cold in the UK.
I have an illness, so I try and keep my room about 30 degrees.
It's around -2 here, but inside it's relatively warm.
Yeah, it's a bit nippy today. It was down to 16. I'm thinking about not wearing shorts tomorrow.
It was very sunny here, just frosty and a little chilly, but it's fine.
The dog was most displeased when she walked out this morning to go for a wee.
Yeah, mine was as well. He's Jack Russell, and his problems are quite close to the ground.
Where I live, the day before yesterday, it was actually snowing.
It snowed here as well.
Did you get snow in the Midlands? Nice.
Yeah, all the way across.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, we live in Suffolk. We don't actually know what snow is.
You must have got some last year. It was mental last year. A little bit.
Oh yeah. So definitely got some last year. Definitely got some last year.
That was.
I was actually driving to come here to do the same job as I'm doing now, and I missed my flight, and Stansted was shut. It's not anyway. Thrad's going to take me to the butcher's.
Yes. Very quickly, did you finish building that house that you were building? You were building like a school or a house or something out of wood. I saw on your profile a while back.
Stalker much?
Not sure.
Nah, fair enough. It was a fair bit. It was the last time I spoke to you, so it was like months ago.
House out of wood. What sort of house?
I can't remember. It was like a camp house or something. I don't know what it was for. I don't know.
I'm completely. I'll try to remember.
It was like 6 months ago or something. I don't know.
Right. So, Lee, what was it you wanted to do with the rope? Sorry.
I was hoping to attack the rungs on the ladder rather than destroy the ladder.
Yeah, you could probably do that with a decent few whacks.
Sure. I want to secure the rope first, so she knows that she's got a way up and down.
Yeah. We'll just say that you can do it.
Cool. I'll be casting Shillelagh on my quarterstaff anyway, so it'll be a magical weapon.
Okay, that's fine. Right. Who is going where?
I'm carrying Toffee like in front of me, like just following her directions to the butcher's.
Hey, little papoose.
Yeah.
Is it just you two going?
Are we all going to the butcher's?
I don't know. I just got excited at the sight, sort of knowing that there was food, and sort of set off in a little happy jaunt.
Yep, and he's picked me up, and I go, guys.
Oh, yeah. If the little girl's there, I guess I'll go to the butcher's. They might have schnitzel. Let's go.
Yeah.
And while they go to the butcher's, I'll attack the ladder.
Very good. So the three of you are going to the butcher's, and Volta. No, not Volta. Braylor, sorry, is attacking the ladder.
We've split the party yet again.
Didn't take long.
I hate you not so much.
Less than an hour.
That's bloody quick. That's bloody slow compared to normal.
Yeah, normally when Craig DMs for us, it's like, I'm going this way. We've just started. Yeah, but I saw shiny.
I think we worked out the other day. We've done like most of Curse of Strahd, and we've split the party every single session.
Yeah, at least.
It never goes well. I've died twice. Anyway.
I've tried so many times to kill them, and it's not happened.
My character was shot from a fucking crossbow, wasn't it, Stephen?
You did turn him into a Catherine wheel.
It wasn't me.
That was fantastic. Catherine Wheel of Vomit.
In case you hadn't guessed, our Curse of Strahd campaign isn't exactly as written. I think Chris Perkins would have been very, very high and drunk if he'd have come anywhere close to writing what these lot have done.
I've only seen Chris Perkins once. I watched one episode of his Dice Camera Action was bored to death. And much the same when he was guest appeared in Critical Role. So yeah, I don't really know much about him.
I quite like his campaigns, to be fair. He's a very good DM. Some of his early stuff is a bit slow, but it's very, very hard to follow unless you start right from the very beginning, because he doesn't do like one season as a campaign. He blends all of his stuff in together, so it's really, really difficult to jump in.
Right.
I tried to start watching his Dungeon Heist campaign, but realised actually I was like 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah, and I haven't managed to get into it yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
His early Curse of Strahd stuff is really good, the way he does it. It's just a pain in the arse to go back through 100 episodes of 3 hours long each.
Yeah.
Anyway, As you approach the building, a bloody meat cleaver sways from the overhang of the building. At the side of the wall reads Leroy's Butcher's Shop.
Leroy Jenkins.
As you make your way inside, you can hear
Perception check.
I'll hold her higher so she gets help.
Before we go inside.
Very well.
Whatever your character's name was, it is now Laser. The
22.
laser says it's good. It's good.
No, 22.
You can hear them before you can see them, but there is a faint drone of lots and lots of flies from the inside.
I just say, Fred, this might not be good. There might be some flies on the meat. It may not work so well. How do you feel about meat that's a little bit past its best?
I'm not so fond of the spotty schnitzel.
Can I eat it?
No. I wouldn't eat it if I was you, no.
Can I eat you?
On the whole, I would prefer it if it didn't.
Are you making your way in, or are you staying out?
He's gonna stand and his excitement's dropping. He's still keeping hold of Toffee, but put lowering hands and
Well, we can take a look and see.
His belly's just gonna be like.
We can take a look.
Shall we go in and have a see? Huh?
It might be a pie.
Is there a window I can lift her up to or something?
Yes.
Can I lift her right up to the window so she can have a peep through?
Yeah.
Take a look.
Accidentally smushed the gnome into the window.
Well,
From the inside, you can see on the wall there is a row of assorted knives, cleavers, and various other butchering equipment. And there is also a countertop on the far wall which has what may have once been a leg of lamb or some other form of meat. It's currently buzzing.
no, there's no cured meats hanging up or anything then.
Not from where you can see.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I can't see anything good, but maybe we should just go in and check then. But don't disturb anything. I think there's a lot of flies.
And maybe if you leave the door open, yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
cool.
yes, I mean.
Very well, let's go in and have a look at this fly city.
I'm going to go ask Fred to put me down. I'll go behind him.
Oh, okay. He sets her down quite gently. It's like, what's the door like?
Just a normal door. It's not locked.
He's going to be a bit excited and just sort of fling it open.
Okay. As you walk in, the smell sort of hits you first. It
smell bad.
Yeah, it's quite obvious. Rotten meat. Very, very unpleasant. But there is nothing else there apart from the flies in the back that you can see with a quick glance.
I'm going to stay outside.
He's just going to turn around and just there's a single tear rolling down his snout. And he's going to close the door.
Toffee, you did see from your window, by the countertop, there was a bit of flooring that didn't quite look the same as the rest.
Oh, maybe there's something worth looking at then. I should direct Fud to that. To take a look. I don't want to go in there because it smells.
Okay. He's going to amble over and just stamp on it with his foot
It sounds hollow.
Is there any ring set on the floor, or the floorboards look a little bit cut or anything?
Yes, that is exactly how it looks. There is a notch in the wood that you could probably get a claw in.
He's going to turn to him, sort of glance sideways to the door, point down, and another mine.
As you open it, you can see 3 pouches inside. You pick the first one up, and if you open it, you can see that there is a set of salts inside. The other 2 pouches contain what would be prize cuts of beef and dried pork.
Woohoo!
He's gonna like bound outside with these 3 bags, like look, and like empty them out at like Toffee's feet.
As you start making your way towards the door, you hear
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
the slow shambling of footsteps coming towards you from the side of the house.
Inside or outside?
Inside. None of you actually looked inside. From the side, you only looked through the window from where you could see.
I thought I'd just gone in to go to this whole thing.
You did, but you made your way straight through to the
You were a
countertop.
little bit excitable, yeah?
Yeah. Oh well.
I'm gonna stand there with these 3 bags, like, hello.
We're all outside again now, though, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through the cloud of flies.
Can we shut the door?
Leave that in there.
No, we're all outside, aren't we? Thread came running out with the bags. Woo-hoo, look.
He did. You could do that.
Is everyone out?
Yeah.
Let's just shut the door. Let's just shut the door then.
As you're shutting the door from the window, you can see a shape moving through the house.
Uh-huh.
It turns to look at you, sort of its head tilted on one side. A large, very plump man looks at you with a sort of purplish gaze in his eyes. He's wearing a blood-stained apron and carrying 2 heavy meat cleavers in his hands.
Mm-hmm. Still going to shut the door. Should we go?
Maybe we should back off a little bit towards Braylor, but I don't think we should leave this person in the village with the little girl in the house.
No, food. I got food.
We can lure him off to the east. That way.
We still need to go and collect Braylor.
I'm gonna quickly try and run my son back upstairs, see if he settles this time.
Yeah, no worries. Does anybody want to take like a quick 10-minute break?
Yeah, can do.
Seems wise with the child battling
Steve's-
going on.
Yeah, Steve's off. I'll go check on the missus. And I can start feeding the little one as well.
Yeah, no
Excellent.
worries.
Yeah. 10 minutes break, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Be back around 10 to ish.
Very well. I shall go and make a brew.
That is a very good idea. I'm going to do the same.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see you in a bit, chaps.
We'll see you in a bit.
Teach me that.
please.
Hello. I am here. I'm just dealing with the.
No, that's all right. I was just saying, baby seems to be a little bit unsettled, but I'm gonna keep it as going as much as I can.
Fair enough. If you need to shoot off, it's fine. No worries.
He seems to be down now, but his belly's very grumbly, so he might be a little bit under the weather.
Oh dear.
Spicy beef chicken tikka, pepperoni
Yeah, that one.
and chicken dummy. Guys,
12.
Did you get that link? Oh, yeah, you did. You've replied to me. It's all right.
Yes, I did.
is it guys?
Yeah. Didn't I?
Any extras?
That's
Hello, Tofit. Das wydanie.
Starts with you.
You've already exhausted my knowledge of the language.
Меня зовут Craig. Как вас зовут?
Da!
That's the extent of my knowledge as well, apart from I can count to 6.
What language we in?
Russian. No, unless you want to.
Nostrovia, that's it.
Я говорю очень хорошо по-русски.
To a drink.
Show off.
What was that?
Can't
What
say.
did you just say?
Means I speak Russian very well.
Do you actually, or is that just one of the?
Not anymore, but I used to be able to speak a little bit.
Wow! Say
I did
some
it as a
stuff.
substitute at university.
I tried to take it as like an extra GCSE at secondary school, and it was one of those things where it was billed as being this really good course for like learning business language, and it was just crap. It was absolutely appalling.
You speak quite a few languages, though, don't you?
I did French and German at uni, and then Russian and Dutch subsids. Yeah.
I used to do.
What's the point in learning Dutch? Literally, no one speaks it apart from the Dutch.
It's fun.
Nice language.
Even the Dutch said there's no point in learning Dutch.
Because most
Yeah,
of them
but then
speak
you
English.
speak Dutch with them when you're over there, and it's just great. And it's great fun to speak and learn. Anyway,
Yeah.
first sentence we ever learned was "De slang is niet dood, maar zijn rug is gebroken."
That's I have a 12-fingered stomach ulcer.
No, that's the snake is not dead, but his back is broken. Which isn't, readily applicable in the real world.
I know some really random Dutch because I learned passive Dutch for pilot exemption certificate for Rotterdam. So I know things like gevaarlijke stuff, papagaaibek, stroomtijd, steerboard, backboard, all sorts of nautical stuff. I can't remember most of it now anyway.
Most of mine's gone. I'm lucky I can just about scrape by with my French and German at the minute.
And then largely my vocabulary revolves around a menu and ordering stuff in a restaurant initially and beers. So I'm quite good with
That's
that.
it.
Sorry.
That's the extent of my Spanish.
Yeah.
Ocho cervezas, por favor. That's it. Don't need to order again.
My favourite phrase that I have remembered since I learnt it from a dictionary is "a culo de poulet masac." In French, it roughly translates to "go fuck a chicken shit bag."
So we're streaming. I'm not going to tell you what phrases I know in Spanish.
Oh wait, we're live.
Yep. My channel just comes with a mature content warning.
That's probably advisable.
I pre-mark it every time you two play a game.
Don't lumber me in with this lot.
You're not talking about me, are you? Obviously.
No, Stephen.
Very
Yeah, I come with mature warning stickers.
I refer you to the last stream that I had to stop.
Dragon dildos.
Anyway,
Yeah. Are we
back
all
to the
back there?
butchers.
I need an email address to
You sure?
I've used mine and it says I've already registered.
Use mine then, Smith.Crow, that one.
I'll be able to do that.
Yeah. Ashley, that's Hotmail, that one. Or Yahoo.
I'll use that now.
Right, what are you actually planning on doing? 'Cause at the moment, you've got the angry butcher shutting
I
us
want
out
to
the
eat the
house.
meat.
Raylor would like to exit building and see what the hell's going on with the party.
What are we going to do?
I would like to exit stage right, stage left, even.
I would
back
like to
towards
exit the
Lily's
stage.
My stage left.
I'm gonna like start eating the meat.
Okay.
I will also make my way back towards Braylor and tell her to move himself a little bit. You can walk while you eat the schnitzel. Come on.
I'm gonna say, damn it, and go back from where I was running away from and come back towards them.
So you're all leaving the angry butcher inside the house and walking away. Very well.
Have a little conflab with the Braylor and see what we think. He has 2 cleavers. It's not a good thing.
I'm
Only
walking
one.
literally with 2 sacks under my arm, and the other one's like this meat. Like,
Yeah. Go, Thrud, eat. Good Thrud.
he's gonna sort of say something, but it's gonna be hidden in the sounds of like. Yeah.
Right, your options are you can make your way back to Lily's house if you want to. You can inspect the inn. You can make your way to the tar pits. Or you can have a look at any of the other houses if you want to.
Braylor would like a pint.
I don't think this is a good place to stop for a drink. I'll just say, I don't think this is a good place to stop for a drink. Lily just said it's largely populated by either nobody or zombies. I just think maybe we should go and try and fix the problem and then celebrate afterwards.
Do you think then that we should go and investigate the butchers again? Because a chap holding 2 cleavers and a little girl stuck in an attic with no doors to get out is not a good thing, to my mind.
Are we all together now, Mr. Liam?
Should be alright.
Should be alright.
Yeah, it's be fine.
If we're all together, I will tell them that the ladder is now broken.
See?
But I can fix it when we come back and the problem solved.
Have to barricade the door.
No one can get to her.
Okay, then we go wherever you wish. I will follow you. It's fine.
Depends. If the butchers come out of the butcher's shop, then we'll do something about it. If he's still in there, like just battering around, we could leave him there maybe.
So the butcher?
Butcher. What's left of a butcher?
His shop was not very good, though. I would not recommend it on TripAdvisor or anything, you know.
Definitely 1 star.
Fred looks up and like gives you a sort of a scaly thumbs up with his mouth full.
In Draconic, I'll say good boy and scratch behind one of Thud's ears.
He's gonna snarl at you like you would if you tried to go near a dog while it's eating.
Then I shall cast Mage Hand and scratch you behind the ear.
He looks utterly perplexed at like.
Okay, don't worry. I shall
Magic man make magic hand.
I'm waiting for the husky head tilt next.
Right, so you are making your way to the inn, or are you heading to the tar pits?
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
So we're going past the butchers again, aren't we?
That is the way
yes.
to the tar pits, if we want to go that way, and to the inn probably as well, I should think.
It is. The inn is the building
Small square
underneath
building.
the butchers,
Yes.
to the right of the tree.
As we're walking past the tea section, is there anything happening down the way, or can we not see?
You can make out the shape of a building, but there is more than that. You can't really see anything. There's no sounds or lights or anything from that direction.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep a 360. Although my guy is slow, he is very perceptive.
Sorry.
So yeah,
Braylor
Braylor says If going to the tar pits will help the situation, let's go there.
Okay.
Yes,
Follow
we
me.
Can,
Okay.
we can call back at the pub afterwards to chat about it, yeah?
Yeah.
And let's go.
Okay.
Is the butcher still locked in the butcher shop?
You can't see him at the moment, but the door
Wonderful.
is still shut.
I don't have anything to keep the door shut. I'll be fine.
Very well.
Let us walk along this way then.
I'm going to cause a thaumaturgy on the other side of the building, like a noise, like a thump or a bang or something.
Like a thud.
Yeah, just like a thud. On the other side of the building to try and distract him from us walking past the front of the building.
Very good. You can quite easily walk past. You can't see him in the windows anyway, so it would appear that he's gone back to wherever he was hiding before.
A zombie that was hiding, that's a first.
Waiting is probably a better term.
Okay. That now makes more sense.
As you
You
leave,
never heard of the stealth zombies of Uberwald?
going for all the stereotypes tonight. As you leave the foggy confines of the town and trudge westward, the faintly noxious smell of the tar pits grows stronger and stronger. Through a coppice of gnarled trees and brittle shrubs, you come upon the bubbling, viscous tar pits of Misty Meadows. And here's one I made earlier.
And how long?
No, not that one.
How long have we been traveling?
Probably about 10 minutes at most.
So I've got roughly 20 minutes left on mine. Okay. They look good.
These would be the tar pits that Lily described to you. It's the only real way to get to the mines that the towns are famed for. The pits are eerily quiet, however, apart from the constant boiling and bubbling of the tar pits.
Oh, good. And I guess the only way across them is the bridges.
Exactly. There's quite a bit of steam rising from them, which is extremely foul smelling. Catches the back of your throat. If you breathe too deeply, it sort of makes you go, sort of.
Would you say it's noxious?
Yes.
What?
The closer you get to it, you can see there are strange, large bones protruding from some of the pits. And the steam is creating almost like a wispy sort of fog on hugging quite close to the ground. There is also an overturned cart blocking one of the walkways, which you can see in the bottom middle bit.
Are we coming in from the bottom or the top?
The bottom.
Right.
You can either go left or you can go right.
Is there anything useful in the carts that might be useful for us? Check into the cart.
While they're checking the cart, how sturdy are these bridges?
They look on a cursory exam to be relatively strong. As for the wagon, as you approach it, you can see that it's overturned and quite badly damaged. On the inside, there are bloodstains, several miners' lanterns, and you can also see that there are several large bites which have been taken out of the cart.
Thrud, have you been here before?
Something was hungry.
I would like to use a bonus action to wild shape myself.
Okay.
Into a very large direwolf.
Okay. Do your physical attributes stay the same, don't they, with your weight and stuff?
No, my strength, dex, and con change.
No, I mean like you have to maintain your same size and weight, don't you?
No.
Okay, you're not? I thought that's the same.
No, wild shape is you can transform into virtually anything up to a CR1 as a Circle of the Moon Druid.
Okay. So are you...
I'm just turning into a direwolf.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I want to sniff stuff out.
With your heightened sense of smell, it's almost overpowering. It's very, very strong, almost burning your nose. It smells bad, like death.
Do I smell anything other than tar? Or?
Other than the smell of the blood and the faint sort of trail of the villagers which have trodden their path through the bridges quite regularly, no, nothing else.
Thud's gonna like gingerly step on the bridge to the right.
I'm gonna say, which way should we go, Fido? Talking to the direwolf. What's that? Last Timmy's stuck down a well.
Again?
When you wild shape into stuff, can you still talk like relate in common?
Nope.
Nope.
I can point with my nose and I can bark.
You can lead.
Yeah.
And I can heal.
Good boy. Pat him on the head.
The direwolf will follow probably go the opposite way to Thud, just in case.
Right. Thud, you manage to step onto the bridge. It feels as though it can hold your weight, but only just about.
He's gonna like sort of hands out, looking quite silly, like amble across this little bridge. Like, if he gets to the other side, he's gonna go.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to take my shield out and my mace, and I'm going to walk across the same bridge as Thud.
Okay, are you going to wait for him to cross, or are you crossing at the same time?
Thud's gonna like be at the other side of the bridge, like do a really weird sort of grin and be like, "Safe."
Very well.
I'll give him a thumbs up or a mace up and follow him over the bridge. Just holds him, it's going to hold me.
The direwolf is going in the opposite direction just to make sure everything's safe.
I will follow after the direwolf, I suppose. Better go 2 and 2.
Are you both going together?
Splitting the party, yeah!
But, I could stand in the middle and split it 3 ways.
I can fly!
Well, I could.
If you're both walking along together, can you both give me a dex save, please?
Dex save. Hang on.
I'm so glad I'm now a wolf because I actually have plus to dex. Not saying I'm going to get a really good roll, but...
I rolled a 17 with a +3, so 20.
11 plus 2. 13.
Volta, as you reach the middle of the bridge, you feel it start to give way underneath you. You manage to vault your way onto the next section of the track. However, Braylor, you are not so lucky. The bridge gives way underneath your paws as Walter uses you as a vaulting tool. You fall into the tar underneath, which gives you 4 acid damage and 4 necrotic damage.
Hang on. Pen. Pen required.
He's gonna... Thud's gonna like point over and be like, "Doggy!"
Say that again, sorry.
So I'll take 4 and 4, yeah?
Yeah. And you sink 4 feet into the tar.
Uh-oh.
Oh, doggy. You need a bath.
Uh-oh.
For some reason, I struggle to math.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-o.
That's right. I'm kind of strong and dexterous as a wolf. I would like to get out.
Can I throw my rope to let the dog use grabbing on the claws and pull him in a little?
Yes, you can.
And I will throw my rope onto the child as near to the doggy as I can. I want to try and drag him in with the jaws.
What would you like me to roll?
Walter, you roll a strength check for me.
Oh, that could be quite embarrassingly bad. Oh, 18.
You succeed.
So half as a VD Warlock.
And the doggy?
You managed to pull a very dirty, very sticky dire wolf out of the tar.
Thud starts laughing and turns to Toff and is like, you need a bath.
Direwolf would shake like a dog and try and shake as much tar off as possible.
Do we have a warlock that doesn't have, what do you call it?
Prestidigitation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no prestidigitations. No.
Oh my goodness. Can I use thaumaturgy to clean them or not? Probably not.
No, thaumaturgy just change. It's just
I can stroke him with the mage hand.
You want to shout the tar off me?
I said I can stroke you with the mage hand. Nice dirty doggy, yeah?
So we've got 2 more bridges to negotiate on the left, haven't we?
Yes. The party that's on the left, which is Volta and Braylor.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 more bridges, and the ones on the right, you've also got 2 more bridges, but you've only each got 1 bridge before you meet up again, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we do the other bridges then? A perception check on the bridge to see if I think it's going to hold our weight.
Go for it.
To sort of help, I'm going to just put my foot on the first few sort of things to sort of test its stability.
3. It's definitely a bridge.
It looks as strong as a freshly laid bridge.
Perfect. I shall skip across it then. Confident in my abilities.
You successfully managed to go.
See? No problems.
David.
I'm small. Be careful. No, it's perfect. I checked it. It's brilliant. The bridge is absolutely perfect. Come on, you're fine.
Safe. And he's just going to stroll out onto the bridge. Like,
the direwolf is sitting and watching this.
As you cross the bridge, Thud, the middle of one of the planks that gives way underneath your feet. The bridge itself remains intact, but you managed to dunk your toe very, very close to the tar.
Don't believe it. It looks perfect. I'm really sorry.
Like, stand up with his hands on. I was like, not safe. And then, like, really slowly, sort of, like you would if you were on ice, sort of spread his weight and be like,
if a direwolf could laugh, I would.
Shimmy across. And he's just going to lay sort of starfish on the soil at the other side, like, not safe.
Silly dog.
Right, well, I'll turn to the direwolf and say, do you want to go first, Meadow Wolf, or shall I go first? And wait and see if he moves off.
As you say, go first, the direwolf bolts across the bridge.
You make it across no issues.
I should hope so at 50-foot speed.
Then I shall also go carefully across the bridge.
I'm still holding on to the
rolling
rope.
dice.
I'm still holding on to the rope, by the way.
Oh dear. Can you give me another dexterity check, Walter?
give me a thriller.
14 plus 3 is 17.
You succeed. You manage to jump across just as the bridge gives way underneath you.
Oh, thank goodness for the springy warlocks.
I'm going to look at Volta and just cast guidance on him. Try harder next time. Just a little bit of help for the next bridge. And then I'm going to skip across the next bridge.
As you're doing
because obviously,
as you make your way across the
fine.
rickety bridges, you become aware of a sudden stillness. The tar splits and an enormous reptilian skull emerges. Its jaw is only half attached, covering smouldering tar. The skeletal form of a 20-foot-tall, zombified Tyrannosaurus Rex turns towards you. Rotting flesh hangs from it in layers. Tar belches forth as it roars and draws back to strike.
Blood looks up and he's like, friend!
Roll initiative.
I'm going to shout, not friend!
Not friend. What's my D20? Oh my god.
I am so glad I have a dex
12
score on the direwolf. Because I got 15.
Where exactly on this map would this sort of T-Rexy thing be?
The middle bit. The black tar section in the middle.
The big bit with the bones sticking out.
Yeah, that bit.
There's bones everywhere, man.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Just up from the cart.
Right in the middle there.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the dead central. You're way far away from me. You don't need to worry, man.
So Volta, you have guidance on at the moment, so add a D4 to one ability check.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Have you rolled initiative for me, sorry?
Yeah, all in the chat for you, DM.
Ugh.
Ugh,
Go back to my...
how annoying it's all written down for you.
I know. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Bah!
Ugh, horrible.
I know. Hideous. I don't have a chat button. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Gnome 13, Warlock 15, Doggy 15, Dragon
Not
Doggy,
helpful.
Dragon Doggy 12.
20, 13.
Brant, we're an hour and a half in and you haven't fainted.
Yeah, this is strange. Your character isn't dead yet.
I'm working
This
on
guy is built to just everything's gone into keeping him alive.
I specifically put Spur the Dying just for you as a cantrip, so I could cast it as many times as I needed.
When I learned that Lee was playing and Craig was DM, I specifically asked Craig if I could manually actually place my points where I wanted, and he went, yeah!
Yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
And then I even screenshotted that, so if he comes to me later, I can go, no, you said I could do it!
Yeah, I didn't quite expect you to roll 3 18s and 3 4s.
I rolled them in front of you.
No, you didn't.
That is brilliant, by the way.
No, it's not. Well, if I've not got 3 18s. I've got 2 18s.
I've got a 20. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
That's exactly what a Braylor sounds like right now.
No, I said to him, how do you do manual? And he goes, just take the amount of points you have and normally and distribute them where you want. So I ended
you
up
don't
with-
point by.
I literally used point by. I got 20 strength, 18 dex, 18 con, and then intelligence and wisdom at 3, and charisma's 19. So he's lovable, but he's an idiot. But he's strong.
He's out the other side of it yet.
Yeah.
I rolled my stats and I got a 16, a 15, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I literally have wanted to make just, like a big gentle giant for ages.
A gentle giant tank.
Yes.
Well, I found out furbolgs are my spirit animals for D&D.
Furbolgs are ace.
Thanking is so much fun.
I usually play like roguey or stealthy, so I was like, nope, full up in your face now.
What's
That's
weirder?
I went for a bit of a departure from my normal paladin. So.
Weaver is a mistake.
Weaver shouldn't.
Shouldn't exist.
I honestly wish you didn't let me wake Weaver. It's a fantastic campaign, but he's awful to play.
Is it because you don't really know how to play a cleric of life?
It's because I'm a fucking turtle.
Nothing wrong with being a turtle.
You can always
As long as
die.
you got enough access to pizza and stuff, you're sorted.
I got
Yeah.
pizza.
I built him completely wrong because I'd never been a cleric before, and he's just like rubbish at like everything.
I we've started Dragon Heist, and
Say that again, sorry.
we've just started Dragon Heist,
Oh yeah.
and I've managed to convince her at the end to let someone play a turtle, and that, obviously, like Dragon Heist, first place you end up in the sewers, so we have a basically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing going on, which is
Nice.
yeah.
I'm about to start running Dragon Heist in roughly 2 weeks' time.
Cool.
I have it. I had planned to run it in the new year, but having read through, I don't think I actually will.
No?
I don't know. I might read through it again and see if it catches my interest. It's not my kind of thing. I've got a couple of third-party ones which I really want to run a lot more than that. Have you heard of Frog God Games or Necromancer Games?
No.
Nope.
They it's the same company effectively, but they brought each other out. They do a lot of old school type games, and they've got a massive campaign setting called the Lost Provinces. And there's one specific area called the Blight, which is a massive city. And it's proper like gothic eldritch horror type place.
Oh.
What's it called again?
The Blight is the name of the city.
What's the name of the setting?
It's called the Lost Provinces, I think, or the Lost Lands. It's a very piecemeal sort of setting. It's like bits here, bits there, but it's designed that way to make sure that you can like fill your own bits in. It's specifically written so that the Blight, the city, if you put into any campaign setting, bits of it will start to appear in other cities and things.
It's called the Lost Lands.
Lost Lands, yeah. Frog God Games.
Yeah.
It used to be called Necromancer Games, but they brought Frog God brought them out. But I really, really like a lot of their stuff.
That's cool.
65 bullets.
If you're not averse to acquiring them, I can send you the PDFs. I brought them so I can send them over to you.
Yeah, yes, fine.
It's 900 pages.
I do not wish for them because I wish to join some of these games you run. Otherwise, I will be tempted to read.
I can send. I've got the player's guide. It's. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Humble Bundle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they frequently do a lot of Necromancer game stuff. They've just done one, which is like mini adventures.
Oh.
I bought their one that they done like 100 odd maps for like 15 quid. I got that one. That one was brilliant.
That's the only one I didn't bother getting. I've got almost all the other ones. I got the Kobold one, the last one they did, which was really, really good. But yeah, I'm going to plan on running that too.
Is everyone back?
We are. Let us take down this T-Rex.
It's all right. The little one's just woken up. 2 seconds.
Oh,
We are not all back.
Yeah, this is my like my run test of this character because I'm joining Tom's game, Stephen.
Yeah, you are in Lost Mines with me, and Corbs has a reserved spot, but it depends on what his plans are with kids.
well, I said I was going to it and playing it, so the kids are going to have movie and a popcorn fest, and
Sweet. Well, then it's me, you, Lee.
or if we can keep it lack of swearing, they can sit down and watch. And but I think likelihood is I'll put them upstairs with a film and some popcorn, and take a break at various points to check on them and sort them out.
Tom's quite a good lad. I don't know if you've played with Tom before. He's good.
No, I have played in the campaign that you DM'd. I'm playing in a campaign that Lee's DM'd, and I've done one with the one-off with Craig. That's it. Since my heady LARPing days at university.
I have played in one game with Jane, and then she went, "I'll rub this one for you," and then I never heard from her again.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What? What I do?
She'll want this one for you.
We were talking last game. I've not played with her for like.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, I was
probably like
confused.
6 months or so.
Sorry?
We did like a one-off, and then so
Yeah.
we were like, "Well, we'll continue it." And I thought that's what it was on about, continuing that game,
Yeah, and then it just never.
and it just never happened. So
No.
That was the game that I DM'd.
Oh, yeah.
it's difficult for me. Evenings are normally difficult for me. I'm only really getting away with it now because I'm in Spain on my own.
Hello, sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Let's kill this dinosaur. Is this the big bad dinosaur of the campaign? One shot. Oh, it's just a
The big like dinosaur.
It's just a big
Not
dinosaur.
those of us an advertised big like dinosaur. It was not in the tourist brochures.
Bark, bark, bark. Can I eat it now?
So is it more dinosaur than dragon? Like not draconic sort of thing?
It's a dinosaur.
Right, okay.
It's a T-Rex.
Like big
Zombie
big
T-Rex.
dinosaur arms. Yeah.
Cool.
I had tried to change it out, but I've lost the NPCs that I was going to swap it out for, so I'm just going with as written.
No problemo.
It's designed for 5 level 5 characters.
No, it doesn't actually give a specific design of what it's supposed to be for, so if you die, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. The game actually says it's designed for 5 high-level characters, but all the CRs are like 1s and quarters and 3s.
That's okay. The character I've made, I can easily break your game if I wanted to. But let's not do that.
No, let's not.
If we die, we die.
Steve, you're up first.
I'm not up first.
No, unbearded.
That's Stephen.
Oh, Steve.
Corbs,
Stephen.
Corbs, it's you.
Hang on. Solid Psycho got the same.
Did they?
They're both 15.
What have I written down? 20 then?
Raylor got a 15.
Oh, Steve Calder wrote 24.
No, I got 15.
20 was
he
for his,
got
I
that.
think it was for like his mage hand or something. I can't remember.
Dex,
Just roll off. Yeah, what's your dex mod?
+2.
+3.
So Corbs is first.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, I shall. What shall I do with him? Ooh.
Return to German.
Yeah, I shall return to the German, and I shall launch an Eldritch Blast at him, because I don't like the dinosaurs.
Go for it.
So I got a 17, and apparently I have a +5 to hit, so that would be 23.
That hit.
That does 1d10 of damage. D10. Oh, it does 9 points of the damage.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that, little dinosaur.
T-Rex is unaffected.
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 Well, it appears unaffected.
Oh.
It roars in your general direction.
So it's just going to be like mouth open, but in a massive smile because he likes like the bright lights of Eldritch Blast. He's like, ah.
And it appears unaffected by Eldritch Blast, is that correct?
It appears it.
Oh no!
Ah,
I forgot my screen was touch screen. I've just minimised you all.
Lee?
Is there someone within 5 feet of the creature?
Um,
I'm on the centre island, but I'm not sure exactly where.
What was the little cleric near it?
no, Toffet was bolting towards the other bridge. I wouldn't have said any you were in 5.
Solid. The dire wolf will bite at thee.
If you want to try and bite at it, you're going to have to go into the tar.
You said the tar parted.
I said it separated to let it go up.
Oh, not like Moses and the sea's like.
No.
Okay.
This giant dinosaur is stood in the tar.
Okay.
Then I will wait until it approaches any of the party, and I'll stick with the gnome. So if it goes anywhere near the gnome, I'm going to bite it.
No, don't bite me.
I'm not going to bite the gnome. I'm going to bite the T-Rex.
The tracks.
I'm protecting the gnome.
Protect the gnome.
And that's all I can do.
Jade?
I am going to hold forth my holy symbol of whoever it is I worship. Haven't worked that one out yet. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 2.
Very good.
Range spell attack. Bugger.
You use the special word for Odia.
13?
Nope.
Oh.
Your guiding bolt got lost.
Unguided. That's the problem.
Bloody unguided missiles.
Bearded Steve?
You could just say foot. How tall is said T-Rex?
20 feet.
Yes.
20 feet in total or out of the tar?
Out of the tar.
And how close to sort of shore is it?
It's sort of smack in the middle, so I'd say probably just over. It's probably about 6-7 feet away from the shore.
I want to draw my 2 swords and run with them out from the bottom of my claws and try and run and jump and land on it.
Trying to do some hero shit, I see.
Give me a dex check first. See if it's actually land.
Bad feeling about this. Is there a medic in the house?
That's a 17.
There's technically 2 medics in the house.
You managed to land and grab, get onto the dinosaur. Are you going to try and hit it?
I am going to attempt to hit it, yes. Where on it do I sort of land? Am I hanging on the side or stood on top of it, or what's
On its back.
On its back?
Wedged between some bones.
Yeah.
Would it be?
Oh, sorry.
Would it seem safe to me? Sort of, how he is. Would he be able to remove his sort of swords and chop into it, or would that make him fall?
If you're going to do both of them, you would most likely fall.
I will, in that case, do.
However, given that your intelligence and wisdom are at 4, everything seems safe to you.
Then, at the minute, I will try and plunge a scimitar into its back.
Go for it.
So, right, what I'll do is I'll attempt to plunge this scimitar in, which is 11 plus 7, so 18.
Yep, that hits.
So that is 6 damage. And then, using that one as the anchor point, try and plunge my other scimitar in. Which is only 9.
No, that one doesn't.
That one doesn't. And I just let out a roar. That's the end of my turn. No, not like that.
What was that?
I don't know who did that. That was not a roar. That was it's like I just stood on a chihuahua.
Yeah, tiger, little tiny tiger.
I would roar, but I don't want to wake the boy up again.
Just do Gary out of SpongeBob. Hear my roar.
How much movement did I use to get on it?
All of it.
10.
So 10-ish.
Yeah, about 10, 15.
Can I attempt to climb a bit further up it?
No.
Okay. In that case, I end my turn.
I believe your scimitar is keeping you
and
there.
attacked at the same time.
I've no idea what you just said.
Sorry, I got mouth on the pizza. Given that you've just done a running jump to get onto it and attacked at the same time, no.
Action surge?
And dinosaur zombies are probably
No,
difficult for
I'll save action surge for now.
It would be difficult terrain as well, given that you're on the back of a 20-foot lizard.
How high up this 20-foot lizard did I land?
You're 10 feet, sort of halfway in between. So
Half
you're
and
10 feet,
half.
yeah, 10 feet above the boiling lake of tar,
So roughly
on top of an angry lizard.
at sort of arm's height, roughly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay, cool.
Is that everybody?
It is.
Yeah.
It's Dino's turn. He's sort of going to try and shake you off first, Steve. So if you can give me a strength check to hold on.
A strength is a 12 and a 17.
He gives it a good shake, but you managed to hold on quite well.
Sweet.
In anger, it's going to use its breath and vomit caustic tar with a 60-foot cone.
What?
Oh, bugger.
That's big.
That's why
very
it's a
big.
high-level party.
Yeah. Can you all, apart from Steve, give me a dexterity check?
Don't forget you've got +4 on that.
Sorry?
Dex check or dex save?
Dex save, sorry.
Volta has a +4 on that.
The direwolf rolled a 2 again.
Oh, you need to change your dice, mate.
9 and a 3 is
Yep.
12.
Oh, dear.
That's another one in the
Is,
bin.
16.
Profit, what was yours?
19.
Okay. Braylor, you can't turn up again. Let me get enough dice to do this.
I've done the white one, and I've done the green one. I've done the black one.
Oh, dear.
Let's do the purple one.
You take 13 points of acid damage and
13. Yep.
4 points of necrotic.
Oh, that's not bad. That puts me at a number.
Sorry. You all take the two of you that passed your save. Sorry, take half as much. So that would be 2 points of necrotic and 6 points of acid. So 8 points of damage for Walter and Toffit, and more for Braylor.
17 for the doggy.
That's the one.
And I'm still a doggy.
Thud is unaffected because it's on his Thud is on the dinosaur's back.
Hang on. Just bear with me a second.
Nice.
Can I cast Hellish Rebuke on that?
No.
As a reaction? No.
No, you're not. I don't believe.
You're not reacting?
No, it's so
It
it's
just says if you're
got-
damaged within
No, it's
60
just-
foot.
It's damage, isn't it? Yeah.
Just says one reaction which takes response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see.
Yes.
Yeah, then you would be able to. I was thinking of a different one.
Yeah, there's another one you can't do that. It's got to be melee damage, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to be within 5 feet, which is
Yeah.
which is Corb's other character that he plays on Wednesday.
That's it. So if I cast that at level 2, what does that do? Point your finger.
Creature must make a dex
So it's-
save.
That's all it does. You just point your
Yeah,
finger.
A dex save of 13, and it's 3d10 apparently.
Yes.
It's Armor of Agathis I'm thinking of.
3,
That's the one.
It fails.
3. It fails.
Yes.
And 7 is 13.
Nice.
I love you.
Let's say it's an angry roar.
I don't like your style.
Volta, I believe you're first, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Look at it, big guy.
Does it look inconvenienced by its damage so far? Or is it still standing tall and lovely?
It's still standing tall.
Oh, by the way, Hellish Rebuke is fire damage if it makes any difference.
None whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, then I shall cast second level Scorching Ray.
Not an Eldritch Blast. What kind of warlock are you?
Jesus Christ. What are you doing?
I've got Scorching Ray. I can use Eldritch Blast any old time, you know, it's fine.
You're a warlock. You only have Eldritch Blast.
Oh, sorry. I could cast Misty Step and bugger off. No, I'll cast Scorching Ray, which is 3 separate D20s, I believe.
I love warlocks.
But they are nice, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I had a long-standing warlock. She was really good.
A 17 for the first attack. A 21 for the second attack.
Is that natural or?
No, it's with that.
Okay.
And a 12 for the third. No. So that then is
4d6.
4d6. And I've only got 1d6 with me, so excuse me a second. That'll be 6. And 4 is 10. And 2 is 12. And 3 is 15.
Carol Vorderman over here. I had an awesome warlock that was a genasi that changed its weather type every morning.
I loved making that homebrew shit.
You managed to knock a bit of the T-Rex's jaw off. It sort of let out a sloppy, gargling roar, but it still stood tall. Braylor.
1 second, I need to check something as I don't play Druid very much. I need to find out what it is for me to drop it if I wanted to.
You what, sorry?
If you want to drop your beast shape.
Yes, I can't remember if it's a free action or it costs something.
You can revert to your normal shape early by using a bonus action on your turn.
Okie dokie. As a bonus action, I would like to drop my beast shape because it's taken. Actually, no, I retract that. I'm going to bite it because I can.
Okay, are you jumping onto it or are you going to wade through the tar?
No, I'm going to jump on that.
Okay, that'll be a dex check.
That's fine. I'm going to use a different dice.
Good idea.
I rolled a 10 and I have a +2. So whole
just managed to do it.
Ooh.
You should have managed to grab hold of one of Thud's embedded swords.
Whoa! Surely he's jumping onto the front of it. If it's facing that way.
How would you jump onto the front of a T-Rex?
Well, if it's facing them and he's running at it.
I'm a dial, so I can just jump and bite.
Curving his run.
He jumped over the top of it.
The quick brown direwolf jumps over the lazy T-Rex. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
Inspiration to the typist.
So the gnome gets inspiration. I would like to bite it, obviously.
Go for it.
And because there is someone within 5 feet that is considered a ally, I have advantage.
Hey, donkey.
Because direwolves have pack tactics. I'm really glad I had advantage because I rolled 13 and a 5, so 18 to hit.
Yep.
Then it's 2d6 plus 3.
Plus 3. Got it.
That's 3, 7, 10 piercing damage.
Nice.
And it must succeed on a saving throw or be knocked prone.
What kind?
A strength saving throw. DC 13.
So, it succeeds.
Very well. Then I'm hanging on.
Sort of takes a step backwards.
I'm hanging on with my dear life of jaws around some body part.
Did you say it was 10 damage, yeah?
He's 10 damage. Piercing.
Very good.
Snappy, snappy.
Snappy, snappy.
Jane.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to roll. This dice is just lethal. It rolls like really low or really high. It just does nothing in the middle. Ooh, that's all right, I think.
Apart from that time.
Apart from that time. It's not too bad, though. 18?
That hits.
Let's go. So that's, sorry, it's a guiding bolt at level 2 again.
Go for it.
Don't hit the doggy.
So that is 21 radiant damage.
Ooh. Do you want to describe how you exploded the dinosaur?
Okay, so I am holding out my magic symbol. I say, "Begone, foul demon of the pits," and it's just lit up by bolts coming in from like 5 different directions that just like send energy sparking all the way over, and it just shatters.
Nice. As
Dropping
you
my
do
friends
that,
into the tar pit.
yes, your 2 friends drop into the tar pit and each take 9 points of damage from the tar.
Sorry.
Oh.
That is fine. I'm still a doggy. Very low hit point, doggy.
Think, where's my cantrip though? You sink 1 foot down into the tar.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. As a direwolf, I've got 3 hit points.
I could cast Healing Word on somebody.
No. Don't waste it.
No, okay. I will not waste it.
Walter, you're up first anyway.
Okay. Is it down?
The
Okay,
dino,
well.
yeah, but I'm going to keep you in initiative while they're still dying.
Okay. I will throw my rope out again in the hopes of it being of assistance to them getting out of the tar pit.
Are you going to try and throw it at both of them, or what?
Are they not both in the similar sort of spot?
Yeah. Just obviously, if you're going to try and pull both of them out, it'll be a lot harder than trying to pull one out.
Yeah, I can't pull. I can hardly pull anything out anyway. The weediest warlock in the world. I shall. I'll try. I know the dog's been hit a couple of times, so I'll throw it to the doggy first.
Okay. That'd be.
Braylor.
Do a strength check with advantage, because I assume Trophic would try and help.
I got 17 minus 1 is 16, and 12 minus 1 is 11, so 16 and 11. So 16.
You managed to pull Braylor out, but Thud is wedged in a bit too deeply.
Is in too deep.
Yep. So Thud, you're still stuck in the tar. Braylor, you've managed to pull yourself out using the rope.
You also missed Thud's go after the cleric blew the dino to pieces.
Oh, did I?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
In that case, as it was my goal as the dinosaur was exploding, would I be allowed to attempt to jump to land instead of landing in the tar?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I thought I got through everybody.
What do you need?
Do a dex.
+4 is 15.
Yeah, you managed to jump off. So you wouldn't take that 9 points of damage either.
I forgot that. Like this.
You still have the doggy out of the bog?
Yeah.
I'll then turn to the Braylor. Like, you said I was doggy before, you're doggy now.
I will drop my beast form and become a 7'8" furball again.
It just looks saddened by this.
I was about to lose the beast shape anyway.
All right.
I should put the lead away.
Yes, I'll store my rope, but next time you fall in the tar.
Next time is going to be an even bigger, more badass.
What would you like to do now?
I would look at Toffet and go, this one's safe. Point at the bridge.
I'm going to roll a perception check. I'll have a good look at the bridge to see if I think it's safe with 16.
It appears safe as long as you travel single file.
Okay. One at a time, carefully.
One at a time, no more than one on the bridge.
And being the heaviest, I'll tell everyone to go before I.
Exactly.
I go now.
I'll go first then.
Do any of you need a rest, or are you just going to go march straight on towards the mines?
We'll have a rest after this bridge because it seems the bridge is our biggest downfall.
What did you do with the rest before the bridge?
I've still got full hit points.
I've still got some hit points, but I think I'll get some back. I'll quite happily have some hit points back.
That would be a good idea.
And a short rest gives the warlock his spell slots back as well.
Yes.
He's only used one.
I've used 2. I used the reaction spell as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I used them both. It was a big dinosaur. Looked bad.
Was a big dinosaur. I don't get anything back from a short rest spell slot wise, so I've used both my second level spells.
I'm quite disappointed. I was being quite nice to you and didn't use the full encounter on that one.
I found it rather easy, but there we go.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? Always
I'm trying to
good.
put the time down, to be fair, as well, which is possibly why.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm going to trudge across the bridge.
Very good.
Rip up a bit of this brush and use my flame breath to light a fire.
I'd be like, I have a torch.
I'd just be like, I did fire.
It is getting quite dark now, so the torch does help you make your way through the last few weeds, Robert, and across the pathway towards the mine. You have your little rest just before the entryway. So as you leave the tar pits behind you towards your back, you trek down a well-used path through dense woods and scraping shrubs. You come across the mouth of the mines of the Misty Meadows, yawning open like a maw of a great beast.
So we had a short rest, yeah?
Yeah, you've all had a rest. Usually hit dice and spell slots accordingly.
I need to check if I get my wild shapes back after a short rest. I do. Yes.
I get fuck all from a short rest, really.
You can ride on the back of a direwolf if you want.
Great.
Don't do that. Last time I did that, I got killed.
But then it's clever, you don't really need your spell slots back because you just have like stupid as you go up through the levels, you get a stupid amount of spells anyway.
Yeah. Kind of like a druid, but I'm being restrictive on stuff in case we encounter a big bad, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
All right, as you approach the entranceway to the mine, you can see that the path is covered in a scrambled mess of fresh runic gouges recently carved into the earth. These markings in the dirt have an archaic and vile appearance. Upon making eye contact with them, I'd like you all to give me a wisdom save, please.
Yay! I can do them.
Uh-oh.
A wisdom
Let's do it.
save.
Oh, there you go, that's good.
18. Write it into chat.
20.
I've broken the curse. I rolled a 17, which means I have a 23.
Steve?
I rolled a 10.
Um,
Wait. -4.
oh, wow. Steve, as you take one look at the runes gouged into the earth, you feel a searing pain in the back of your head, and you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Unbelievable.
Bear with me 2 seconds.
He's just gonna like a Wookiee noise.
I was thinking Wookiee there.
I was gonna roar, but I keep remembering
fair
last
enough.
second little one's in bed.
I can cure that if you haven't got to full hit points.
I'm under full hit points now.
This is where I decide, do I use healing word or cure wounds?
Yeah, is it that bad?
Sorry.
It's only 4 hit points. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Take it
Save it
fine.
for later.
You also get a feeling of dread. which
I'm just
sure
gonna
will
say
be
something like, "Oh no, like the Churchill dog, but backwards."
You also remember one of the worst memories of your entire life, which suddenly pops back into your head for some reason. You don't quite know why.
Oh, it's this time back in my hometown after they called me a butcher, and I left, and there was no food, man.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a time when you'd run out of food. I'm going to give him a ration rat pack just to remind him that there's food.
Thank you.
As you make your way, yeah, just kicking it. As you make your way towards the entrance of the mine, there's an eerie purplish glow which bathes the walls and the floor. There's a sickening low-pitched hum which drones almost imperceptibly. Both the glow and the hum seem to be emanating from the strange purple crystals that grow along the walls and the floor of the jagged monsters.
Ew.
More pretty lights.
Perception check.
Yeah, if one of you wants to give a perception check, you can do.
21.
That, you can see pretty much what I've described. There's a couple of the loose crystals which you could pick up and inspect if you wanted to. They've first sort of been knocked on the floor.
Guys, there's loose crystals on the floor.
Oh,
Don't touch without someone's help.
he's gonna stop to just off it like that.
Stop. What I do, don't know about the crystals.
Actually, third, go ahead. I know you like Chinese.
He's just gonna grab a handful of these little crystals off the floor.
Ach du Lieber.
The crystals have a very, very strong, very sudden impact on you. You get this overwhelming sensation that it's high time you start replacing your bones with anything else that you can find. And everyone else's bones too.
So what do I need to do with regards to this? Does this mean I'm attacking my friends?
No, it's just an urge. You get this overwhelming sense that you probably should try and replace other people's bones.
He's just going to open his mouth and be like, and pull one of his teeth out.
I would like to cast Hold Person on the dumb dog.
He's going to put one of the crystals where his tooth was.
That sounds sensible.
Well, it's replacing a bone, isn't it?
Can I knock the crystals out of his hand?
You could. You could roll a d20 against his AC.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, no. My AC is 16, man.
I said I'd like to cast Hold Person on Thud, so I would need a Wisdom saving throw, Thud.
Oh, okay. I have -4 on Wisdom, and I rolled a 7. I got 3.
You are now paralyzed, but you may try and re-roll at the end of each of your turns, and it lasts for up to 1 minute.
So I can knock the crystals out of his hand now then?
Yeah.
And I would like to cast the mage hand and pick them up and put them 30 feet away.
That would be a very good idea.
With
Does
the mage
anyone-
hand to move them away from?
Would anyone be willing to remove the one from my mouth?
Yeah, I will try that with the mage hand, so I'm not getting my hand bitten off. Glowy hand comes towards you to pick up the tooth.
His eyes light up, although he can't move because he loves the sort of the magic tricks and stuff. He's like, oh.
Along with the words in a slightly camp Yorkshire accent, you'll like this, not a lot. Now then.
The feeling sort of lingers, but it's no longer a compulsion.
Oh. Sweet.
These
think
would
the
not
next
be
time you
picking
get
up
to a
the
big-
shiny things, yeah?
I think that next time you get to a big city, it might be worth coating your teeth in gold.
God teeth.
I would say to Third that if he moves, I will kill him, but he needs to tell us what happened, and I'll drop hold person and ready an action to hit him if he tries to do the same thing again.
Okay, you've used too big of a sentence. That's just gonna go. Bones out, crystals in.
Do you do anything else apart from say it?
Just point at where I put the crystal in my tooth hole.
In your tooth hole.
Yeah, in my like gum hole, and there's just like a little trickle of blood running down the side of his sort of jaw.
And I'll tell you not to do that again.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
Okay, sorry.
And then I will tell the party not to touch the crystals.
I saw purple runes on the page.
Yeah, ignore that.
Is it dark in the? Is it dark down there? Down? Is it like a corridor? Or
Reasonably, but the Thud is carrying a torch, so it's not too bad.
I thought we had glowy purple crystal light.
It's it doesn't really provide much light. It's just the crystal glow on the side.
Is this a tunnel going down into? So we've got a tunnel going in, have we?
Why would I have a torch? I've got dark vision.
You set fire to a branch, didn't you?
Hey,
You set fire to a branch.
that was just for us to have a short rest earlier.
Oh, okay.
I made a little fire.
I would like to consult with the party and ask them if they wish me to detect magic in this area.
I think there's magic in this area. I think you'll just get a big blast of everything.
You
Can you
detect
take,
magic.
can you take specific?
I can also learn its school of magic.
I don't know. I think you're just going to get a blast of lots of magic.
It doesn't cost me to cast it.
Okay.
Then by all means, have a go.
Then yes. By all means, have a go.
I would like to detect magic as a what's the name of the racial detect magic, which I can cast either spell once, and you can't do it again until you finish a long or short rest. So yeah, detect magic. I can see an aura form around objects or creatures, indicating that it is magical. It must be within 30 feet. You also learn its school of magic if it has one. And it stays up for about 10 minutes.
You're almost blinded by the amount of aura given off from the crystals. You get an overwhelming, sickening feeling in your stomach, which you instantly recognise as necrotic magic.
I will tell the party it is necrotic magic.
Necromancy.
I grasp my holy symbol and like frown.
That's just gonna be
Sternly.
like.
This almost makes me serious.
My character would be, I really don't like this magic.
Neither do I.
You can, if you wish to carry on, the pathway itself It sort of only lasts about 30 feet or so. And then it sort of dead ends at the bottom. But you can see there are markings on the wall.
I'm going to cast light on a rock and kick it down the corridor to the dead end,
Very well.
so you can see what's going on.
With that affecting the detect magic, as it goes down the hallway, do I see it trail down, and is there magic going like the same way?
Each of the crystals is radiating an aura.
And it's going all the way to the bottom of this tunnel?
Yes. And at the bottom where the rock eventually stops, again, there is like a wall of blinding magic.
I will tell the party this. And it's all necromantic magic, yeah?
I'm just going to turn to him and go, oh, the neck of Nancy.
Third,
Bad Nancy.
don't touch the crystals.
It's bad Nancy magic, Thread. Be careful.
Nancy bad. I got
Nancy
you.
bad.
Right. Are you making your way down towards the wall?
Yes.
I think so.
Walking fast.
Lead on, Macduff, lead on.
As you get to it, you can see a stone wall littered with alien-looking markings. On closer inspection, you can see these gouges have been burned into the wall using the tar from the pits. Give me a wisdom save, please.
You see I did this? While you were talking, because I knew you were going to say that.
So
I'm not
wisdom
looking-
save. Wisdom save again.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Plus 2 is
Don't do that.
13.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I rolled a 17 last time. I rolled an 18 this time.
Minus 2.
It's a 13 for me.
So mine is actually 24.
Hold on a minute.
I'll put it in chat because I need to pop up. 1 second.
Lee, sorry, what was yours? Sorry,
24 total.
thank you.
23.
Don't mess with that.
Baby traps.
Steve, what was yours?
I've already said it. I can't repeat it, I'm afraid.
Was it that bad?
It's a minus 2.
Wow.
We can't have good rolls all night, you know what I mean?
No, true. SB minus 2. Walter,
Yeah?
what was your wisdom?
It was 13, I'm not very wise.
Oh dear.
Why is it done good?
Boy trap. Why me?
Right.
To be fair, I only did the postal long distance correspondence course in warlocking. We didn't have to have wisdom.
I am back. I had to blow my nose.
Guess who's back?
It's back and it's bad.
As you stare on these runes, to the side, they slowly sort of seem to warp into a readable form of archaic common. It's an easy pattern to follow, but it's poorly translated. It reads, "As I was on my way to Misty Meadow, I met a coven of 7 widows. Each widow's sack had 7 rats. Each sack of rats had 1 dead cat. Each stone dead cat had 20 flies. All sets of flies had 2 red eyes. How many were going to Misty Meadows? Speak the answer."
I know.
Stephen knows this, but Thud does not know this.
I know this.
I converse with the gnome and tell the gnome that if she knows the answer or he knows the answer, to speak because I didn't read fast enough.
1.
Alright.
1 is definitely correct, but Thud would go, 7, 8.
I have a picture.
Ah.
Don't be silly. You can only count to 2 anyway.
I can count to 6 if I'm
One,
wearing
two,
open-toed
many.
shoes.
On the side of your vision to the right, you noticed something that wasn't there before. As you look, a passageway has opened.
Oh, look, Paul.
I'm going to kick the rock down that passageway then.
I thought he's going to punch it and go, sideways mine.
As you do that, you kick the rock, it sort of bounces down the hall, but then just stops. As you make your way down, you find a faint purple field. It's sort of acting as a translucent door.
Oh, that doesn't look
You can
good.
see that there is a pickaxe leaning against the door, as if it was solid. However,
My
purple
detect
crystals
magic
growing
check.
from the floor and wall seem to be passing through it seamlessly. Another mass of glyphs is scrawled above the door.
Uh-oh.
To pass the vigilant glowing sentry, but one substance can grant you entry.
Oh, thud.
Don't piss on it. For fuck's
No,
sake.
no. Is there any of these purple stones nearby?
They're all they're everywhere.
Can I just
Hang on, don't pick anything up yet.
I was just like look, the purple shiny purple door.
You actually might be onto something here.
Oh,
It's
nice.
amazing sometimes. This lack of intelligence is just what you need to solve a problem.
I will use the ever popular mage hand to pick some up and try approaching the barrier. The stones held in the mage hand and walking towards it.
With my detect magic, can I tell that this doorway is the same magic as the stones?
Yes.
So what Thud says actually works out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see that the stones are sort of growing through the doorway.
The only reason he wouldn't sort of have had any inkling towards this is because he's so affixed with like little shiny glowy things. Rather than being clever, he's just like, oh, so shiny together.
Purple.
But with purple seems to work.
So are you all going to pick up a stone, or what would you like to do?
I said I would
I'm not gonna pick one up.
approach it with the mage hand and pick them up with mage hand and
Very well.
towards the barrier. Exactly.
Your mage hand passes through.
Seeing that, Braylor will pick up a stone and attempt to walk through the door.
You succeed in walking through the door.
I will follow suit then.
However, you understand the concept of the cosmic concept of unhands, and after removing your own, you need to evangelize other creatures by removing theirs. You do this to save them because they need you. Again, it's a compulsion. It's a thought in the back of your head, sort of niggling.
My character wouldn't know what to do because he only has a quarterstaff, and he doesn't know how to remove hands unless he has to try and pull them off. Which it takes him a while to comprehend this.
It's sort of a niggling thought in the back of your head.
I'm going to scoop one up with my shield and try and do it that way without touching it.
That would work.
So get my shield, scoop one up, go through without touching the purple rock thing.
Yes.
When I next see the gnome, I will tell her what the thought was, or him. I'll tell the gnome the thought and try and make sense of said thought.
Yeah, just stay away from daggers.
I believe that leaves Volta and Thud.
Can I use my tinderbox in my pack to snap around it and pick it up and then walk close to it?
Yes.
This is the smartest group I've ever been in.
So I shall try that then.
Thud's just going to run at the door, seeing all the other three friends have gone through.
Actually, I'm gonna. Can I get my shield? Go back through the door.
Yeah.
And then can I hold Thrud's hand and my shield with the thing on, and can we both go through together?
That would work, yes.
I was just thinking that he was going to play along the lines of, "You told me not to touch the shinies."
Mm-hmm. So after he's bounced off the doors a couple of times, just take him through.
I will also drop my stone as well, because I don't fancy holding that with that sort of thought.
Louise?
Yeah, if I'll also put mine down on this side of the door now, I think that'll do that.
Baby shark, do.
Oh no.
Baby shark.
Oh my god. I can turn it down.
What are you actually listening to? I've never heard that.
Honestly, it's like
Did you just say you've never heard Baby Shark?
Kids just love it.
Kids do love it. Mine
Don't know what the
love
fuck it is
winding
about
with
it, but as soon as you sing it, it's like as soon as you sing it, they just go nuts. So I've got like a granddaughter, and it's just like just works every time.
Please, sorry.
Yeah, I hear it. I don't understand it
No understanding is required. It is just Baby Shark.
Yeah.
though. Okay.
It's a YouTube song that came out a few years ago, and then for some reason, earlier this year, it went absolutely mentally viral.
Right.
It's these little, I want to say Vietnamese, like Filipino type kids, just singing this really random song about baby sharks.
I'll take your word for it. I'm really glad I don't venture onto that side of the web nowadays.
Right. It's the side of the web you only get to when there are small children involved in your life.
Oh, I don't have any of them. I'm free then.
I'll give you some.
No. My godchildren are good at arm's length, and that's how I keep them.
I'm trying to find the picture I sent. I've only got it on WhatsApp, so I'll have to send it off my phone. I'll send you because like any of you have got kids will fucking die with this. It's so funny. Anyway, we're through the. It's like gone midnight here. So we're just.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, nearly done.
So crack on a little bit if possible.
Braylor and Troffit, you begin to realise that what you're seeing around you is not as it seems. It's not quite real. The rest of you, as far as you're concerned, is the most real thing you've ever encountered. As you walk to the purple light, you're standing in a very large room, which looks strangely familiar to you. On the northern wall, there is an enormous crystal door. The room shaped, hard to place, and the darkness. There's no direction.
It's Ash's baby, it's not ours.
Sorry.
No, she just keeps looking at the monitor thinking, why can I hear a baby? My earphones must be rather loud.
Right, as you find you blindly walk your way across, emerging on the other side. If you try and walk through either side, you end up just walking back upon yourself. About 4 feet from the bottom of the door is a set of keyholes in various shapes, one for each of you. The keys are clearly linked to the locking mechanisms that are keeping the door closed. At this point, you hear a faint rasping whisper which says, "Focus intently and you will see. Imagine your crystals to be the key."
Oh. I've got a crystal.
Yep.
Then so
you have 3 crystals and 1 hole. Sorry, 3 crystals and 4 holes.
I will pick up my stone again and focus a lot of magical energy on it.
Concentrate on the stone and the holes.
I'll give you something to think about in a minute if you try and hit my phone again.
That's the best threat ever.
They all think you're hilarious, and it's the best threat ever. You've got, as I said, 3 of the crystals and 4 locks.
All right, so we need another crystal.
Yes.
I have to go
Let's
back.
scoop another one up.
There's none in the section you are now. You'd have to go back through the translucent door to get one.
Back through the door, scoop 2 crystals up, and come back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're holding your crystals and you're focusing on them,
Do I have to hold it?
yeah, you'd have to physically hold it.
Can I, hang on, before I do this, can I cast guidance on threat, please?
Yes.
Okay, 1d4 to an ability check.
Thanking you.
Let's go.
Right. As you're all holding your crystals and focusing on them, you hear the same whisper telling you to push.
To do what?
To tell you to push. As you look down at your hands, you realise that the crystals have sort of slightly changed shape into a more key-like form.
Try putting it in the keyhole then.
Yes.
Have a key. I'll try fitting it in one of the holes.
As you do that, you hear a loud crunch, and blood begins to run from the locks, pooling at your feet. The door in front of you opens, and you see a flash of an iron coffin burning in tar. In your vision, the coffin opens, and a scarred, tar-covered lich screams and reaches for you. Then, in an instant, you come to. You're all standing right where you began, at the beginning of the glyphs. The only difference is, now that you are each clutching a crystal in your hands so tightly that you've drawn blood.
Which glyphs are we at?
Right at the very beginning, the first lot that you read that changed.
Oh.
Did they read the same?
However, they do now say, blackness surrounds you entirely. 15 feet in front of you, a single, tiny glowing orb appears, fiery and purple. Then a second, then 10 more, then 20 more, all in pairs. You realise that the glowing purple orbs are the eyes of the great deal of people. As the glowing eyes continue to open, the room becomes more and more illuminated, revealing their tragic state. You're stood in front of the remnants of the townsfolk of the Misty Meadows, all gaunt and covered in blood. Your hands are blistered beyond their hands and feet are blistered beyond recognition. Each of their faces are emotionless. There's at least 40 of them here, with glowing purple eyes. They don't move towards you and they don't attack. Their jaws are slackened, so massively open. So, in a terrible whisper, all of 40 of them say in unison, "He is waiting for you."
Can we drop the stones?
You could do, yeah. At that moment, the crowd parts, revealing the entryway to an ominous, glowing room.
Oh.
Grey
What's
Lord.
that purple glowing?
Yes, 2 seconds.
Yeah. I'm dropping my stone.
I'm thinking about dropping this stone as well. But
We needed to be holding the stone to get here, though. And if we
we
went
probably need to be holding the stones to go and save the village.
Hello.
I'm going to be brave. I'm
I
being
think,
a little brave gnome.
Warlock should maybe carry the stones with his magic hand just while we go to the place, see if we need them.
I think we actually need to be holding them. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, the townsfolk all part way. They make no effort to interact with you. They make no effort to attack you.
It's good. Shall we go down and see who is waiting for us?
Yeah.
Then let us go down.
Yeah. yeah. The gnome's a bit scared.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
The Firbolg puts his empty hand on top of the gnome's head and gives it a gentle pat.
Yeah, she kind of looks up and says, "Thanks, that feels so much better." Just carries on.
Would you like a lift?
No, I'd like to go to run. I mean, no, it's fine. Thank you. I'm fine.
After passing the vacant-minded townsfolk, you finally come upon an entryway to a room bathed in a sickening purple glow. The low droning hum knots your stomachs. The room is a sight unlike anything you've seen before. The floor of this place is solid crystal, impossibly smooth. This concentration of crystal, more so than any other crystals in the mine, are eerily luminescent, and the light is piercing. The room before you is almost incomprehensible in its construction. The floor is a sheet of thin crystal with a lake of boiling tar shining beneath it. Seated upon a makeshift throne is a gaunt, haggard man with crystals protruding from his body. In the centre of all this is a foreign-looking skull that levitates slowly, turning. It glows, ebbing with the hum of the crystals.
I don't want to stand on this purple stuff.
My detect magic is still up, I presume, because it lasts 10 minutes.
The skull is incredibly powerfully bright.
Does it have a skull of magic, or is it just a mix?
It is, again, necromancy.
Evil magic.
Yes, I will tell everybody that this is still necromancy. What about the guy with the crystals?
He is... there should be a picture of him up on the screen I've shared.
Yeah. I'm guessing his crystals are luminescent.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go that neck of Nancy.
It's bad Nancy again.
Yes.
He's stroking the skull, noting your arrival.
So the skull's not in the middle of the room. It's like by him on the skull.
No, he is in the middle of the room, spinning around. He's stood next to it.
Okay. Anyone got objections if I guiding bolt the skull?
Or
are we going to negotiate?
I was just about to say, I'll ice knife him if you want to attack the skull.
I'm going to attack the skull then.
10 to hit.
Not good. 14.
That hits.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Ooh. I was prepared for that. I thought, nice bugger then.
Yeah, as you hit the skull, I'm going to cast as well.
13.
Is that how much damage you've done?
Yeah. And the next attack roll has advantage. As it lights up with radiant energy. It's radiant damage.
Sweet.
Okay, roll initiative for me.
Do I not get my ice knife attack, or?
Yeah.
It's at him, so. What is my spell attack bonus?
My attack was at the skull, so you only get advantage against that.
Yeah. Well, I get to, if I hit him, I get to kind of hit both. Not with a natural 1, I don't.
Ooh.
So yeah, let's roll initiative.
Yes.
As if I roll a nat 20 on that.
17 plus the 3, so 20.
Okay.
Raylor rolled a nat 20 on fucking initiative. Apparently, I don't know what the numbers are between 1 and 20.
I swear to God, if one of these NPCs rolls above a 5 tonight, it'd be a miracle.
Wouldn't be a Christmas miracle, it's too early.
No, it's not.
No, it's not too early. I went to a club last night and they had all the Christmas decorations up.
Jay,
Yes.
what's your dex mod?
1.
Okay.
Did we just swap dice or something?
Possibly. This dice is absolutely it's fantastically unbalanced. So it tends to roll 1s and 20s a lot.
Right, very well.
It's really badly balanced.
Right. Steve, you've just had yours. Sorry, Lee, you've just had yours. So Steve, Walter, you're up.
Then I will cast. What's that cast? It's gold. Eldritch Blast. Ah, good in you. Oh, I managed to hit myself, I think. Oh, no, a 9.
That does not hit.
No, I
9?
didn't think so. I didn't hit my foot. 9!
No, anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do. Yeah.
Right, if we go in initiative order then.
Before you do your thing, I've just read, on a hit, the target takes piercing damage. Hit or miss, the knife explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet must pass a dex save or take damage.
What's that for? Sorry.
My ice knife.
Ooh, nice.
You know the one that I rolled a nat 1 on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it hits or misses, the knife explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet of it takes damage anyway.
How much?
2d6 cold. And it must pass a dex save of 14. Both of them, by the way.
Okay.
For a measly 7 cold damage if they fail.
1 pass, 1 fail.
So one takes 7, the other takes nothing.
Okay.
And now we may die.
Yep. Next up is Thud.
Thud turns straight to look at all 3 of them and goes, "Nasty Nancy."
Yes.
Yes. Then he turns straight at him and uses his breath weapon. How does this work? As an action once per Dex DC 14. What does that mean, Dex DC 14?
Well, what colour are you?
I'm brass.
You're a brass dragon.
Yes, I do 2d6 fire damage in a 5 by 30 foot line against the 2, trying to sort of go for the 2 of them.
Yeah.
So they've got to succeed on a dex save 14.
Oh,
Both
okay.
fail.
Both fail.
Yeah.
Then it is a 5 and a 1. Do you get any sort of dex bonuses or anything on that? You don't, do you?
Nope.
6 damage. 6 fire damage each. And then I will use action surge.
Yeah.
And do. Can I still do a double slash? Does that take an action, or does it take a bonus action? The second one.
The second one will be a bonus action, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
In that case, two sort of like double scimitar sort of strike. So the first one for 5 plus 7, 12.
12 points of damage, yeah?
No, 12 to hit the first one.
Oh, 1 fail, 1 hit.
And 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23 to hit the other one.
Okay. Which one are you doing on which? The first one?
The whichever's closest to me.
The skull will be the nearest.
Then that.
Okay, that hits. So roll damage on both of them, basically.
Okay, so we've got 1d6 plus 5. So we've got an 8 and a 10.
Okay.
And that is all I can do right now.
Very good. As you're doing this, the figure that stood in front of you just sort of glares at you, Truffet. No. He is solely focused on you as the first one to try and attack the skull.
Yeah. Yes.
He's going to make his way in your direction, and he's going to. What's your armor's not more than 20, is it?
No, but I'm going to use my divine light on him.
What's that one do?
Imposes disadvantage on him. Basically, I just see him coming up and like a big flare of light in front of him, blinding. But if he can't be blinded, then is immune to this feature.
Okay. He still hits.
Got to go.
Gulp.
Gulp.
For 13 damage.
Ow. Ouch.
And 2 piercing damage.
Oh, that's just unfair. Joking.
Little ouch. A big ouch.
You're learning. You're up next, though, Jane.
And that was the bloke or the skull?
That was the bloke. The skull is still just spinning, glowing.
I'm going to attack the skull again. So, actually, how far away is he from the skull?
He has moved probably about 10 feet away from the skull towards you.
In that case, I'm going to use my channel divinity to harness the sunlight, banishing darkness and dealing radiant damage to my foes. Each hostile creature within 30 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that everybody?
No, each hostile creature.
Oh, hostile. Sorry, I missed that bit.
That's why I got that's some powerful shit right there. Could have sworn I watched a movie that said something like that on the other night.
So like ball of light up in front of me as he hits me and then just like burst out like light.
Creatures of darkness, be banished by the light.
Figure succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Gold does not.
Okay, so 19 damage for if he didn't succeed, or half on a save.
Ouch.
So 19 to the skull and half damage to him.
9.
Wow.
You shall not pass.
Foul creature. Oh, I took damage, didn't I? I need to roll a concentration check. Nope, you no longer have guidance. That's a concentration.
Back to the top. So, Volta.
Volta, better cast the Scorching Ray at level 2. Which is 3 rays of fire. So, we have a 16, a 7, and a 14.
Sorry, was that 7 and 14?
Yeah.
Neither of those hit.
Oh dear.
What was the first one? 16, wasn't it?
16, yeah.
That doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit.
Sorry, are you targeting the skull or the
Skull,
blood?
yeah.
Yes, that hits then.
2d6 fire damage then. 9.
Okay.
Damn it.
Anything else?
No, there's nothing I can do with the bonus
Lee?
actions.
I will look to the little gnome, say, "Are you going to be alright?"
Maybe.
And then I'll bang my quarterstaff on the floor and cast Shillelagh as a bonus action.
You're getting very warm, Charles.
And I would like to punt the dude next to the gnome with a quarterstaff.
Very good.
And I'll jump up and down going, yeah, hit him.
Let me just find out what I need to do with Shillelagh. For the duration, you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for a club or quarterstaff you touch, and it becomes a D8. Okay, the weapon is also magical if it isn't. Very good.
Very good. Yes, very good. It's very good.
Okay, last 1 minute, and I need to roll to hit.
Does he become Indian?
Thank you. That's a 19 to hit the guy.
That hit.
Cool. I actually done something good. Plus 4. That's a 10 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the weapon is magical, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, it just means he's not immune to it.
Cool. That's basically bonus and action, and I will stand in between him and the gnome if possible.
I get full cover. I'm tiny. I'm small. He's large. That must give me some form of cover.
Yeah, if you're still in front of him, it'll give you cover.
That's good. That's a good thing.
I also just remembered that my AC is not great in this form. Which is fine. I have hit points I can use, but I just looked at my AC. I'm like, that could hurt.
Right, as you land your hit on the figure, he lets out a piercing screech. As he does this, his body just transforms into smoke, and he jumps to the centre of the room. He kneels down next to the skull and begins praying. The only bit you can manage to pick out is the name Vorgul Dracus. He carries on praying. You feel the ground beneath you begin to shake, and the tar below begins to boil more and more and more. As he stands up, he sort of smiles to himself, and the crystals shatter beneath your feet.
Oh.
We didn't walk onto them. Well, I didn't.
You would be on one of the bits of crystal towards the entryway then.
I was pretty much in the middle of the room.
Yeah. So you'll be on one of the crystal bits in the middle.
I'll go to that sort of southern big chunk, the long chunk. Down from that one.
Yeah,
Crystal looking one.
Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that one. So, Choffit and Raylor, you'll be somewhere there. Walter, where do you want to be?
You only used Eldritch Blast, so you didn't really have to enter the room much, did you?
Yeah, you could be down here as well, or down here.
Yeah, be around there somewhere. Yeah.
Where is the skull on the person?
The skull is still floating around there. The person is there-ish.
Cool.
Very good.
Is that his go then?
No, that was a reaction to Lee's go. Next up, it is Thud.
Oh.
Shit.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I want to jump on the skull. How big is this skull first?
Not very big.
Just like sort of human size-ish.
It's like a reptile type skull, about the size of an alligator.
Maybe not. I'm going to lunge at the dude on that piece of crystal sort of north of mine.
Dex check.
Dex check. I'm good at dex checks.
I picked things up and I put things down.
16.
You succeed in managing to get across the platform towards the dude.
Woo! And then, so double slice of scimitar jobbies.
Very good. 17 to
What was that, sorry?
17 to hit.
17 to hit. We're on a 15 for the first one.
That hits. No, it doesn't. Sorry, that misses.
And the second one is a 19, 20, 21, 26.
That definitely hits.
For 11 damage. 11 slashing.
Nice. Very good. The Lich is up next. He's going to
Poor Lexa.
Yeah, she's really unhappy.
Alexa, sleep.
He is going to attack you. Good.
Yep.
But misses. His anger at the fact that you just tried to jump at him. He misses.
Alexa's laughing at me.
You fool.
He is, however, going to use his Revelations of the Lich. As an action, this Lich Fiend can channel the full evil.
No.
No, you're right. Shouldn't do it. No. Bad Lich.
Channels the full malice and evil of its creator and releases it all at once. All creatures within 30 feet, so that's going to be just you, Thud. DC 13 Wisdom save.
Uh-oh. 17, 18, 16, 15, 13.
You take 12 damage.
Oof. Oofed.
You're lucky. If you'd have failed your DC check, you would have died.
What, just straight up dead?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
Nobody said I was nice.
No.
Well, you.
What else?
True.
Jade,
Yes.
you're up.
Channel Divinity. I only get that twice, don't I?
I think so, yeah. I was trying with
Channel
some.
Divinity.
Come here, Buffalo, bro.
You can use it 3 times between rests.
It's like the rest of
You need 6, 7.
Sorry?
No problem.
It says that I can use the Channel Divinity. Sorry, just checking on this. Channel Divinity, Radiance of the Dawn. The creature takes radiant damage.
Let's make a refresh.
Sorry.
I think she likes it.
Oh, no, sorry, that's something else I'm thinking of. Right, so I've used all my Channel Divinities, so I'm going to have to try and Guiding Bolt it again then, I'm guessing.
Go for it.
Give me a good one. Oh, nice.
Skull.
Sorry?
You shooting the dude or the skull?
Skull.
Okay.
19. So yeah, I'll hit. So that's 23 to hit.
That hits.
And 4d6 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damage, all the damage.
All the damage. Yes, a fantastic 12.
As
It's better
you
than my earlier -2.
like multiple bolts of guiding light, or is it just one big one?
Well, it's supposed to be. It's one. It's a spell, so you can say what it's like. But I'd say it's because it's 4d6. It's like 4 like bolts of lightning coming from. And
As the first one hits, it sort of knocks him back like a recoil. He grabs his head and screams, "No more! No more! Just please let me die!" And then, as
The
soon
skull.
no. Oh, you shoot the skull, aren't you? Sorry, ignore me.
We will.
How much damage was that? 11.
19. 12, sorry.
12. Okay. Ignore me.
It's don't hit the heart, don't hit the skull.
Cool. Back up to Walter.
I will cast the high level Eldritch Blast. But, the Warlock thing to do. Oh dear. It's a 14 to scope.
No.
Against the skull.
Oh, against the skull. Sorry, now that hits.
Yeah, and you have advantage anyway against the skull.
Crit
On this one.
fish.
So roll it again, just see if you get critical.
Fish for them crits.
No, I got the same.
Why do you have advantage on the skull?
Guiding bolt.
Because I just hit it with guiding bolt.
Guidance. Yeah.
Oh.
I have a cool trick that I'm about to use as well. So.
Which does 10 points of damage.
Oh, wunderbar.
Okay.
Very nice.
Brelo?
I would like to be really annoying. And as an action, I would like to cast Fairy Fire, corner on the skull and envelop the guy as well, because it's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that.
That will get Steve as well.
All creatures in the area must make a dex save. DC 14.
What type? Is it fire damage?
No.
It's not damage at all.
It's no damage at all.
Oh, okay.
Skull will fail. The guy will pass.
Okay. So the skull emits a blue tingly look about it. And whoever fails also gets a blue tingly look.
Okay, so I'm blue and tingly.
He's a smurf.
And the attacks against the affected creatures are made with advantage. And the affected creature or object can't be invisible. And as a bonus action, I would like to hold my breath and go invisible myself. Because I'm using Hidden Step from the Furbolg. So I make everybody luminescent and disappear.
Okay.
Okie-dokie.
Show off.
And that's what I'm doing.
If nothing else, third Europe.
Can I shove the guy into the tire?
You can give a strength check, yeah?
Nat 20, 25.
Smart.
That's my first 20 of the night.
That will actually kill the guy.
Well, I'll go to shove him and just my claws will just go straight through him then.
Massive battle. I'll just shove him in.
Do you want to describe how you just killed the guy?
I was attempting to shove him in, but as I was angry and I've been just made blue and shiny and shit, I didn't even use my advantage. My claws just went like straight through his chest, like out to the other side, and I was like, uh-oh. So I moved my arms that way and it kind of rips me in half.
Uh-oh.
Like this way. Just like,
Whoops.
got in.
Clumsy thud.
As you do that, the skull sort of lets out almost a shriek, which sort of builds and builds and builds until all the crystals in the room begin to shatter and explode. Can you all give me a DC 50? A dexterity check.
14.
Oh dear.
8.
Oh dear.
Dex check as my normal self.
10.
A solid 14.
Oh wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Is it?
Well, you can
We're
tell
all
the
going to
fudging
die.
rolls. It's got to be said.
I need to find enough dice.
Oh, we're all definitely dead.
Is that 10-sided one? Yeah, that's 10-sided.
Is it an attack? Because it would be disadvantage.
It's not. The crystals explode, so it's like an area effect thing.
The flying debris kills us.
Yeah, you all take 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
What about dice has melted?
10.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious.
No.
Shattered by as the crystal shards go through, and it's like pinned against the wall.
That's the first time I took damage the whole battle.
Fud, are we still in initiative?
No, you've ended initiative. The crystal
I would
skull
like
has
to
exploded.
jump off this broken crystal thing and try and land over there to the left.
I will drop my invisibility and cast Cure Wounds immediately on the little gnome.
Well,
Limply to the floor, impaled with purple shards.
as the adventure goes, you have successfully completed it.
You're not dying on me yet.
Defeated the Lich Dracus Vogel,
Yeah.
attempting to resurrect himself using the crystal skull. The townsfolk in the previous room slowly start to come around and have absolutely no memory whatsoever of the last week. They are very thankful to you for the help, but they're eager to claim back their town and get back to as much normality as possible.
I'd just like to quickly say, look at this. My hit points is ridiculous.
Ah, you're fine. You're still up.
Should have done more damage. As the villagers return to the town, they can't find Lily anywhere. The only conclusion they can come to is it's tragic. She must have been taken by the dead.
What?
However, a few miles away in a dark cave, sat at the back of the cave, scratching into the wall, you see, or there is a small girl whispering to herself, "It's okay, Mr. Draken. We'll get there next time. Don't you worry."
So Lily's there. Lily's not.
In Draconic, you would hear Braylor for the first time lose his temper and say, "That bitch has got my rabbit's foot."
But that is the end of Horror of Misty Meadows.
That was very good, that.
Very good, yes.
Thank you very much.
That was very good. Thank you for running.
You're welcome.
Cool. Thanks so much, Craig. I'm gonna shoot off to bed because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't expect it to take this long.
It always does take a little bit longer than thought. So it was worth hanging around for. That is really good. Thank you very much.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Good game, guys. Nice to see you all again.
Enjoy.
Catch you all again sometime soon, hopefully.
Bye
For now.
I am definitely playing this druid again.
I like Fud. Fud is a good character.
That was quite good.
This
If
is
you
the first
killed
time.
the butcher inside the shop, you would have come across those crystals a lot earlier.
It's always the butcher.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to run because it's very late.
It's only 12 o'clock.
Only 12 o'clock is very late to me.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Oh, by the way, are you guys willing to play on the Wednesday?
Yeah.
Because I should be a bit better by then. I made a pot of death earlier, which has seemed to have cleared me out a bit, but also made me feel extremely ill.
Weird.
So I've cleared one illness and gained another.
Ash, you're still showing us live.
Oh, yeah, good point.